this might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Clucking the chowds.
It's never not funny. All right. Pow. Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome in. Hello. It is Thursday, which means that it is Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. You found it. You're in the right spot. We vlog here literally every Thursday. I kind of can't believe that the vlog is... I'm sorry. I'm winded because I just ran upstairs because I forgot my watch and my wedding ring. I take them off. I put them on the charger. I take a shower. I got out of the shower. I didn't put them back on. It feels weird. So I had to sprint upstairs to get the, like I just said. I'm not out of shape. You're out of shape. I can't believe the vlog has been going on for 11 years now, and 6 of those years have been live. That's crazy. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. We're here to hang out, goof off, do vape stuff, talk about some more wins, talk about our love of, or at least my love of community notes. We got a full-on action-packed vlog for you guys tonight. Full-on action-packed. Before we get any further, we're dedicating this vlog tonight. I like doing this. I like dedicating vlogs to people, and we're dedicating a vlog tonight to Tribal Buddha's dad. And I've had a feeling it would just hit me in a weird spot. His dad passed away. Today. And so we're dedicating this vlog. We've seen him in the chat. We all know Tribal Buddha. This vlog is dedicated to the memory of Tribal Buddha's dad. And that's who this vlog is dedicated to tonight. I was heartbroken to read that, Tribal Buddha. I love you, man. This vlog is dedicated to your dad 1,000%. We love you, bro. We love you. All the love that I can possibly muster from my brother from another mother to you, bro. I love you, man. I love you. Round as a shape. So, tonight should be a full-on action-packed vlog. Let me do a real quick rundown as far as what's coming up. I love you, man. I was really heartbroken to read that. Obviously, it triggered me and hit me in a real sensitive spot, my dude. Real sensitive spot. So, hey, I love you. This is for your dad tonight. Absolutely. Even the non-beer is for your dad tonight. Let me give you a real quick rundown as far as what's going on, what's coming up tonight. I lost my favorite prop, my pen. I use it to conduct. I use it to tap. This is a, game changer here. We got a beer. We got what I've been vaping. We got what you've been vaping. We're going to have some news in there, and it's kind of all winning. We're going to have a retro vape that should be interesting. I do have some mail, not a ton, but I got 2 big packages. I do kind of want to watch an old GrimmGreen video, but it's real short. And then I do definitely want to do a very random liquid tasting tonight. I like liquid tasting. If I could just do a weekly stream that's just liquid tastings, that might be a thing I could do. That might be a thing I would actually, truly, and honestly love to do. But, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have a new game that I want to play on the vlog, but I don't have it fully, fleshed out in my head yet. So we're going to introduce a new game to the vlog soon where you can compete for your chance at cash and prizes. It'll most likely be like not cash and prizes, but it will be prizes. Most likely, things like sticker packs, coils, battery wraps, swag, and possibly some liquids and things like that. So I have a new game. Remind me next week. I'm just going to write this on the next week thing. I was going to say, someone remind me that I have a new game that I want to play on the vlog. But I'll just remind myself. There we go. Now it's all written down. Yeah, okay, so one thing I wanted to say right out of the gate is the vlog has been going for a long time. And now the vlog is really long. It's gotten... I was... under the influence of some shed time the other night, and I went back on my old YouTube, back through my YouTube videos, and I was watching some old things, just, cringing on the inside. Every time I watch old content, it's just weird and feels weird. And it's such like a core memory to me that when I go back and I look through videos, I remember everything that was going on outside of the video. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, that mech mod, that's when I was moving. That's when I was, you know, we had to go to the hospital. That's when we did this. That's when I did this. And it was just this very nostalgic thing. And then I started getting into the vlogs and looking at the vlogs, and even like what's up, Proud Canadian? I see you there. And listen, I didn't call anybody out, but I see you in the chat. Jeremy M, Unlucky Jimmy Grant, Barbara's here. Tim the T-Bolt is here. Len Lloyd, Jeremy M, Tim Fox, Steve O. You can't hide from me. Even Paul F is here. Paul F in my replay crew asking the important questions, which I do screen capture and I do save. But I do appreciate you guys being here tonight very, very much. So the vlog, it's been getting a little bit long in recent memory, hasn't it? I'd say like within the last year or so, it started to regularly reach over 3 hours, and then started like regularly reaching 4 hours. And that's fun when we're here and we're streaming and it's great. But I also like to let people replay this vlog. And I know from me, like when I'm watching YouTube videos, which I consume a lot of YouTube content, when I'm watching YouTube videos, and even if it's something I'm like really interested in, if I see that it's like a 45-minute video, I'm like hesitant to even click it. So I think the length of the vlog is preventing replay crewers. When you think about getting on YouTube and saying, oh, let's check out the vlog. Oh, 4.5 hours. What? It's too long. It's gotten too long, and it's been bothering me, and I've been trying to like think about this and figure out like, why is the vlog getting so long? Why is the vlog getting so long? I haven't added that much to it. Maybe Assignment America's making it run long. But, you know, the news and advocacy, maybe that's long. It's not. It's generally, 20 minutes, half hour. Sometimes we go over a half hour for news and advocacy, but a half hour long news and advocacy segment doesn't equal, like, why is that add an extra hour to the vlog? The math doesn't add up. The math isn't mathing. And then I went back and watched some old of the first live stream vlogs. I figured it out. You love long replay content? Okay, Steve-O. See, I don't have any like market research. I don't know what you guys watch outside of me. I don't know what you guys watch of me. I have no market research. All I can do is look at YouTube the way that I look at YouTube when I'm watching YouTube. That's my base. That's my baseline right there. That's my baseline. And so I figured it out. It's the ranting. Sally, it's the ranting. So welcome to Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. You see this little logo by Slater? What a talented gentleman. What a talented gentleman he is. So yes, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. And it's because now I've been trained to like pay attention to the chat. When I started watching those old vlogs, I played, it was like the first live one. I watched like the first 3 live vlogs I ever did, and I noticed that I never, it kind of looks like I'm an asshole, truly and honestly, because I never interacted or even like glanced at the chat. Everything in those first vlogs, those first live vlogs, were just like business as usual. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I wasn't getting distracted. I wasn't going on any rants. I wasn't getting on my soapbox because of something someone said in the chat. And all the super chats were at the end of the stream. So I used to just, nose down and just go through the vlog like I would if there was nobody watching. But now we've evolved. We've evolved, and I try to pay attention to the chat, and we do the super chats in the middle now, and that will sometimes send me off on a little rant, on a little soapbox, and that's fine, and that's a thing that happens. Sam showed up. Is Sam here? I see people saying hey to Bogan, but I didn't even see him slide in. I'm getting old and whiny. Damn it. I knew this was going to happen. The longer that you're in the vape space, you just watch me age and get old and curmudgeon-y, and that's all I do. I just rant and get curmudgeon-y, apparently. So, with that in mind, now that I know that I'm the problem, I'm really going to try to reel this in. You know, I don't want to change the vlog too much. I like it. I like the things we do. I like most everything about it, except for that runtime can sometimes annoy me. I'm going to try not to focus on the runtime, and I'm going to try to keep my... thank you, Tim. You know, I try to pay attention to the chat because when I'm in a chat, I like it when the streamer pays attention to the chat. So when I stream, I try to, I'm like, hey, what's going on, V8? What are you doing? Get off my damn lawn. It's more fun. It seems more personable. You know, I don't look like a dick just up here anyway, this vape stuff happened, and now I'm vaping things, and I'm just ignoring you all night long until the very, very end when I read all the super chats. So I don't have a solution to the problem, but at least I figured out the problem. At least I figured out it's me. It's the ranting. It's the ranting. Hello from Bangladesh. Hello to Bangladesh. Hello from California, from the United States of America. How's it going? How's Bangladesh? How's the vape laws in Bangladesh? I haven't... Bangladesh does not come up quickly. Playback at 2x speed, yeah, that's a thing that I do. That's a thing I use. I've watched my videos at 2x speed. It makes them so much better. It makes it so much better. I did miss your last comment, Tribal Buddha. It's okay. As long as nobody in the chat tells me to scroll up, that's happened a few times, that's okay. I'll try to do my best with the chat, and I try to really... And what's crazy is I feel like sometimes I've got a pretty okay grip on the chat. Church of Misfits, hell yeah, you made it live. I'll see Kennedy, I'm ranting. Kennedy's calling me out because I'm ranting right now. I'm being called out by Kennedy for ranting. That's fine. I need that. Kennedy, I need you to keep me in check, you know? I need you to. But I try to keep an eye on the chat, and then when I go back and watch replays, like even vlogs from 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I watch the live chat replay and the stream, and there's just chats going by that I don't remember. There's whole ass people that are in the chat having a conversation, and I'm looking at their picture and their name going, I don't even remember seeing that person in my chat. I don't even remember seeing that person. It's crazy how much I miss. It's crazy how much I miss. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I miss a lot. I know. I'm ranting now. We're going to wrap this up. Zibba zibba. No more ranting. So now, what's NGTSM? What's NGTSM? NGTSM. I wrote myself some sort of code here, and I don't know what it means. Well, who cares? I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And the last thing I want to mention here at the top of the stream is it's been... On August 8th, okay, so last week, that's what this note means. Last week was the anniversary, you guys, of the deeming regulations from FDA. You remember 8/8/2016? 8/8/16 was the deadline, was the cutoff. Supposedly, according to the FDA, after 8/8, there were supposed to be no more vape products on the market. Do you remember when they said that? When there's no more vape products allowed on the market, and a lot of vape reviewers were like super freaking out, and indoor smokers was, going on rants on Reddit about it. And you remember that? 8/8/16, when vaping was supposed to be the end of vaping, was 8/8/16. Well, we're still here, and literally everything on my desk has come out after 8/8/16. Maybe not the recoil. I think I have one product on my desk pre-8/8/16, but literally everything on my desk is post 8/8/16. So happy, what is that? What's 16 minus 24? Math? 1, 6, 24, 2, no, math A. Anyway, happy a bunch of years of the FDA deeming regulations, of which between 2016 and now, the only products they've authorized onto the market, can you believe this, only come from Big Tobacco? Remember in 2016 when me and a lot of the other vape advocates were talking about how these deeming regulations seem to be custom tailored for big tobacco, and then fast forward to 2024 and the only products on the market are from big tobacco? Damn FDA. Yeah, F the FDA. Haven't used that in a minute.
F the FDA.
That's X FDA, head of Center for Tobacco Products, Secretary Alex Azar, and he's not a fan of the FDA.
F the FDA.
It gets funnier because I know that he was mad when he was saying that, because he was talking about the mean people on the internet saying things on Twitter like F the FDA. And what's funny is right after that, in that clip, he looks really seriously at the camera and he goes, "It's not funny." It's funny. It's funny. It's never not funny. Alex Azar.
F the FDA.
That's right, F the FDA. So what I think I should do now to really officially get this vlog going, we're doing good on time. Let's go. News, yeah. Whoa, it just jumps to the news every time now. Lady Liberty, 8 years. Thank you. Thank you for the math. Look, math is difficult. Math is difficult. So, what we're going to drink tonight is not beer, but it is, it'll mess me up if I drink too much of it. This is soju. It's Korean flavored soju, yogurt flavored soju. 12% alcohol by volume. Not sure if you can see that. 12%. It took me a second. I wasn't super familiar with what soju is. Soju? I'm not sure. What's up, Sagazaz over there on Twitch, keeping it real? Ahsoka Fan 99. Appreciate you, pimp. I don't exactly know what soju is. I've learned about soju since then, but I didn't know what soju was. Casey said I should buy this. It's a 12%. It's like a wine, I believe, like a sake type of wine, rice wine possibly, and it's yogurt flavored. How do you know? Yogurt flavored soju. Math is real bad. Okay. Crazy. All right. Well, I have a glass that I'm going to pour this into, but it's 12%. So I'm not sure exactly. Flavored rice wine, Bon Von. Flavored rice wine. I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to drink. I don't have a wine glass. Am I supposed to have a wine glass? All I have is this this glass. I think we stole this from Las Vegas. It seems to be a little bit carbonated. Like very, very slightly carbonated. Otherwise, literally just looks like water. It might stick to the glass a little bit more than water. Yeah, you can kind of see it run down there. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit more viscous, but it's essentially just looks like water. 12% equals an awesome vlog. Well, over the lips and through the gums. Look out, stomach. Here we go. Smells like yogurt. It immediately smells like alcohol. That's what I smell. Rubbing alcohol. Just chug it straight out of the bottle, just Lemmy style. Just a fifth of Jack right out of the bottle. Let's go, rice wine. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Compassionate Cucumbers. It could be awful. The rice wine we had last week, that banana rice wine that was just a little 4%er, loved it. I could drink those all day long, all day long. What am I tasting? What is that? What am I tasting? Okay, rice wine. Rice wine. Fascinating. Up front, I just taste alcohol, but immediately it tastes like some sort of generic, slightly sweetened, maybe a little vanilla-y, like Greek yogurt. It's yogurty. I picked this up because I used to love yogurt vapes, and I miss yogurt vapes. and I thought, what is their yogurt flavor? Because I know yogurt vapes taste a certain way. This kind of has like a yogurt vape like vibe to it, like a little feel to it. I taste yeast. And I'm supposed to chew it. I'm supposed to chew it like the bourbon. Hell yeah, Lethal Coils. In Flames on vinyl. Let's go. See now which album. It's real good. It's real good. It doesn't have anything to do with this, but it kind of has like a tropical tiki kind of vibe to it. Like if you threw some grenadine and a bunch of ice in here and like an umbrella, it could be a little tiki drink. It's giving me Colony. GrimmGreen, I need to get some Tozai Jumani Living Jewel Snake. Get some premium sake. Oh, Jewel Sake. Get some premium sake. I'm not a connoisseur. I will just drink whatever anyone puts in front of me, and I'll just drink it and go, this is bad. This yogurt soju, it's legit. I don't think it needs anything. Like, it doesn't need ice. It might need another vessel. I feel a little bit pedestrian drinking rice wine. I don't know. What are you supposed to drink rice wine out of? Am I supposed to do shots down this? Am I supposed to be doing shots of rice wine? I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing shots of rice wine, but this yogurt immediately made me think of pairing it with the Radix Alexa peach, the best peach ever mixed by humans. I know, that's kind of a big statement. It just happens to be my favorite peach of like current memory. Let's go. Radix, Milky Peach Gummy, Yogurt Soju. I think this is going to be perfect. I mean, that's kind of unbelievable. That's kind of unbelievable. The flavors complement each other so well. So well. It's like this was planned. Why does that work so well? Yogurt, peach. It's got the same, like, I can't explain it. I literally cannot explain it. I don't know if I'm tasting it from the peach because it's there, and I don't know if it's coming from the yogurt because it's there, but there's this, I don't want to say powdery because I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but it's like powdery. It's a little bit powdery. An espresso cup would be the correct way. No, I mean, it's yogurt. That is yogurt. You got a pretty slamming bourbon peach. Seafood, yeah. Peach Among Worlds is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I don't want to sound like I'm trashing other peaches. When I say the best peach ever made by humans, it's just me right now having a love affair with the last of the whatever's left in this bottle. We do need to do some sort of group buy. I found them on Instagram. You can find Radix on Instagram. No, it's not re-wicked. It's still, this is the crackle from the, it's still pretty crackly. It gets less crackly as it gets drier. It gets less crackly. There are specific rules to soju. I'm breaking all of them right now. Okay. Listen, I'm a rule breaker. Break rules, do crime. That's my motto. All right, well, that's already a little bit too much soju. I can tell. 12% sneaks up on you pretty quick, and we haven't even got to the news yet, so maybe I'll just have a little bit more rice wine here. Just top it off, maybe a little bit. I'm not going to drink the whole bottle tonight, maybe. Hopefully not. Or also, hopefully. Either one can be true. I would real quickly like to check in on them super chats, though. This Milky Peach gummy. If you're a peach fan, I'm a peach fan. Love peaches in general. Love peach e-liquids. This one has just knocked me to the ground. Knocked me to the ground. Earn. Pop in with the super chat. First one. Ooh, in fact, wait. Before we get to that, I have a sentimental thing. Where the hell ass did it go? Oh, man. I thought I saved a... I just had it open. I was just looking at it. Hang on. Maybe it's in Assignment America. There it is. In honor of going back and looking at all of my old vlogs, I went to go see who was the first person to ever send me a super chat. This is the first person to ever send me a super chat. Jason Brown. Boom. That was the first super chat ever on this channel. The word boom. Jason Brown sent me a $10 boom. And that I have screenshotted now forever. It's in my archives folder. Jason Brown will forever be my first ever super chat. First ever super chat. I was just kind of blown away by that. Going back and seeing the first ones. It's just, I was tripping through time. Even 6 years ago seems like another lifetime. And like talking about 15, 16 era, that seems like another person. I feel like that was not even me that was doing any of that stuff. But Ern says, come on, people, if you wet your toothbrush before applying toothpaste, it can fall off the brush unless you mash it into the bristles. This was my question, by the way. It was. Ern, and that goes for any patron, if you have an idea for like a poll question, something ridiculous or funny that I could throw at the beginning of the stream, send it over. I'll use it. I'm writing down ideas for that. I use AI a lot for that, although AI gives me dumb. It's like, oh, ask your audience about their work-life balance. Like, what? Were you trying to make my stream lame? Come on, Chat GPT, let's do better. Patrick Conquest Pants, hey buddy, I want to pet your dog. Is that snot? Did you just sing snot at me? I think you just sang snot at me, Patrick Conquest. Hey, Georgia boy. Hell yeah, it's Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. Hey, Grimm, love you, brother. Love you, Georgia boy. I love you, man. I can't wait for your birthday boosh box to arrive. I am excited about this. I'm more excited than you are because you don't know what's in it right now. Metal Morrissey, hella chat from the future. Hella chat on YouTube. How did you even do that? That's crazy. Hella chat from the future. Technically, I think it was from the past, and it's a super chat, buddy. But hey, Metal Morrissey, let's go to Knott's Berry Farm. Georgia boy, hit that like button. Yes, do what Georgia boy says. Hit that like button. Let's just remind everybody. Thank you, Georgia boy. Smash that like button. We got another one from Chef Seamus. Chef Seamus says some shed time and a nice plate of lavanga. What could go wrong? Back up to lavanga. Lavlogna. Oh, I see. There's a delicious pun in here somewhere. It's lasagna, but you integrated vlog into it. So it's lavlogna. Ah, lavagna. Chef Seamus. You're a chef. You make lasagna. It's vlog day. You know, it's a funny joke when I have to explain it. Appreciate you, Chef Seamus. Save some lavlogna for me. Barbara, happy birthday to my stepmom, Linda. Here we go, stepmom, Linda. Can I just say Linda? I'm just going to say Linda. If you have a birthday request, get them in. Get them in because we're singing happy birthday for sure. Kaz says, Tribal Buddha, we love you. Happy vlog day, everyone. Tomorrow's a very special day. GrimmGreen FDH collab drops. What? The Great Dip is here. Hope everyone enjoys the vlog. Is this the name we decided on? The Great Dip? I'm down. Bring it on. Pour it in my face. And then Tribal Buddha. Thank you, Nick, and everyone for the well wishes. I love you. Dude, I love you, Tribal Buddha. I love you. Can I thumbs up your comment? I can't. Lenloy, that's very gracious of you. I like to hear I like hear you. That means it's the end of the week. Yeah, and I can shut my mind down for the weekend. Say hello to Legion. Legion Vapes. Did Legion Vape send you? Except he's not Legion Vapes anymore, right? It's just Legion. Hell yeah, just Legion. And hell yeah, Linloy. Appreciate you. You know, I kind of get a little bit of senioritis every vlog because it's Thursday, which is basically Friday, which is basically the weekend. But I forget that Friday is still like kind of a busy work day for me. I get a lot of stuff done on Friday and I tie up a lot of loose ends on Friday. And so I party on Thursday like it's the weekend. And then I wake up every Friday morning like, stupid vlog, stupid patrons making me stay up late every week. Every week. Every week. But it's okay. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. Of course not. I don't know why I keep putting my pen away. Len Loy, let's celebrate the weekend. Giovanni, I'm so down for a group buy of the Radix Alexa. Let's see. I'll see what I can do. I think I have enough clout to reach out to them and see if we could get a group buy going. And I know Jundi can possibly help us out. We have connections in Indonesia that can help us out. Bleed Cubby Blue 77, you didn't say anything. You didn't have to. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for swinging by. Frank, that's very gracious of you. Yo, Nick, I say drink the I say drink the whole thing. Are you trying to get me drunk? Are you trying to get me drunk, Frank? I had a feeling about you. Legion sent you? Yeah, Legion sent me too. Legion sent me. All right, everybody. Well, it's about that time that we are going to do some What I'm in Vaping, and we're going to go feed the dogs. But there's one thing I have to show you. I don't even know where I can stick this. But we're just going to file this under... We were talking about this last week in the hangs. We're going to file this under the... Is it too soon into the stream to curse? It's been a half hour. What the fuck? This is in the what the fuck category. There's a whole new segment. It's just called What the Fuck? What the fuck? What is this? This doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a strawberry ice disposable that you jam on your nostrils and inhale through your nose. This is a real product that people have put on the market and then want other people to buy it. We're out of control. We're out of control. I thought phones on disposables were bad. That's just as bad. It's just as ridiculous. But this, no. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not doing it. Not doing it, fam. Nose. It's a real thing. These exist. They come with two little like nipple nubbins to jam up your nose. And then I guess you just inhale 50 milligram strawberry ice into your nose, which I'm sorry to anyone who buys this, but you're about to voluntarily have the most uncomfortable vaping experience that I think could exist. Unless it was filled up with like 50 milligram, like red hot cinnamon menthol, you might have a worse experience, but anything in your nose sucks. Sucks. You can run this experiment at home. Oh, whoops, except it's dead. Oh, I can't get anything. You can run this experiment at home, I promise. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It just hurts. Hurts my sinuses. Makes my eyes water. Is terrible. It's like they said, why don't we, let's just release a juice called burnt wick, like hot shorted coil. Why not just sell a sub tank that you're supposed to run dry? Yeah, vape it just dry. It'll be great. Inhale this through your nose. It'll be great. I'm glad that we're getting ridiculous shit out of the way with vaping. You know, I thought we had a lot of the ridiculous shit out of the way with vaping, but apparently there's much more ridiculous shit that can happen in vaping. And this is one of them. The nose. The nose. Don't inhale through your nose. Please, I'm begging you to not inhale through your nose. All right, fam. Well, it's 5 p.m. It's time to feed the dogs real quick. So I'm going to leave you with Kitchen Guy. Yeah, we're going to check in with Kitchen Guy and see what's been getting vaped. Your nose is running. Did you do it? Cheryl, I told you not to. I told you not to. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Gaddafi, sinus infections like crazy, right? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, yeah, I should wipe the tip off, I guess. Georgia boy, good call. Good call. I'll go sanitize this as a precautionary measure. But I'm going to leave you with Kitchen Guy, and we're going to talk about what has been getting vaped while I go feed the dogs. What's up? Kitchen Guy, go!
What I've been vaping.
Sup? It's Kitchen Guy here. I don't think I stole everything cool this week, but I did steal a lot of cool things this week. The only pod I have out here, it's the number one from the pods ranked. It's the Oxva Slim SQ Go, something like that. I think it's the Slim Go. Anyway, it's what I call a pocket pod, meaning it's literally just in my pocket. So of course Kitchen Guy's gonna get it. Office Guy's gonna get it. I hate to admit it. Even Living Room Guy gets it, and Bathroom Guy gets it. So it's the pocket pod. No, that's not entirely true. There's a Pure Max. There's the Pure Max Pro with the Pro Pods out here. Still getting put through its paces, still following all the rules, still not leaking. We'll cross this bridge maybe in another week or so. I've also got the original Voopoo Argus mod, which still one of my favorite mods. I think it's one of the most underrated mods that's ever existed. I got a black Zoo 1 on top, and I'm dripping wildly, just carelessly. It's whatever. It's just a crunchberry ice cream that I'm releasing with FDH. It's no big deal. Dropping tomorrow, I think. It's just amazing. It's whatever. Bing! Got that Jake Scrapwood Watchtower, 21700, Tube Boro Mech. Blaze is on the inside, 6 milligram Homeboy Mango's on the inside. Let's go. What's interesting is even though this is a mech and I want to really cloud chase it, it's a Boro on top, so I still hit it like a Boro to get like that good Boro restricted lung. The same liquid is in here, although this really desperately needs to be refilled. I've just been vaping this like crazy. It's the Atlas Advanced Mods out of Malaysia, Joe Sturdy, with the Sturdy 1 RBA on the inside in, you know, Boro mode with the Boro chimney. Same 6 milligram Homeboy Mango. Is that too much crackle? Mouth to lung, dedicated to Metal Morrissey. This is the Raga AIO, titty battery on the inside. It's got that cotton candy, you know, pink, blue, pink, blue. The newest Mob is on the inside. The Mob Ultra, I think it's called, mouth to lung. Still not my favorite. I think last week I said I wanted to switch this to a restricted lung. I still haven't done that. Maybe on the fiddle this week. Next week. I don't know. Here's the thing. That's actually really good and flavorful. I keep going back and forth because I don't really like the tight mouth to lung airflow pin that I put in there. Maybe I'll just loosen it up as a mouth to lung. I don't know. We'll see. That's what the fiddle's for. Not sure why it took me so freaking long to do this, but Joe Sturdy, he sent me 2 dot AIOs, one in black, one in white. I've been using the white one, you know, almost nonstop. I finally put the white panels on the black dot, and I think that looks so sick. It makes me want to use this so much more. The muzzle's on the inside. Get out of here. This is some smooth ass airflow. 6 milligram Friends and Enemies, that's what that is. I didn't say before because I wasn't sure. I had to taste it. 6 milligram Friends and Enemies. Second to lastly, I cannot find a home for this Monarchy old school mouth to lung RTA. I don't know where to put it. I was putting it on that Asmodus, but the screw on the bottom made it sit at an angle. So I was like, oh, that sucks. So then I put it in another little Sigeli guy, but the same thing. The battery screw on the bottom made it sit at this weird uneven angle. So I've been looking around trying to find any like side-by-sides or single battery devices that I want to put this on. Eventually it ended up on this Odin, but that's still not my favorite because I have this like shiny, chromed out, fake Damascus looking, very high-end RTA on a single battery, chromy Odin. Like it kind of works, but it's not really, this isn't its final resting home. Like this isn't where this RTA is going to end up. This is just where this RTA is now. But this RTA, good God, man. Mouth to lung, perfection. Flavor is incredible. It makes me want to scrape my face off, like down to the muscles. So I love that. And lastly, yeah, my real current true love, it's the Flow AIO from Geppetto. It uses the Simi Boro system on the inside. I guess I didn't really realize this. We did this on a fiddle on the last fiddle on Tuesday, and it took me a while. It took me a while to really get this together, get this going, find a bridge that worked in it. I forgot that I need specialized little chimneys for every bridge, and they had sent me some Mob chimneys. So what ended up in here was the Mob 2 restricted lung busting. I've never liked the Mob 2 as much as I like it in this. That short little chimney in there just translates into better flavor than I've ever had from the Mob 2. This is an Indonesian liquid called Banana Delight. The airflow's nice, the flavor is incredible, but really this device is all about obviously the new Simi system for Boro, but hand feel. I'm a hand feel guy. I make sure I talk about it in every review. I talk about hand feel more than I talk about leaking, more than I talk about literally anything. And this has, I think, and I know I've said this before, but I think this has the best hand feel of anything I've ever put in my hand. It's incredible. And because the airflows are on the sides, I can rest my finger like across the front of the Boro tank. It doesn't block any airflow. It doesn't even really affect the airflow. Fire button's right here. I'm gonna do a full review for this, I think, but it's really just gonna be gushing over a really expensive device. I don't know how I got this out here for so long, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful to have it. I'm gonna throw it back to Desk Guy now because I know for sure there's some desk warriors. Hashtag Hexomes.
Kitchen guy called it. Hashtag Hexomes all over the desk. The first thing is going to be the Argus A. Argus A has kind of become the desk warrior pod. That's it. This is the only thing here. The Argus A and the Argus G2 Mini because of those Argus pods. Damn those Argus pods. A scent kit has made it in here, which can only mean one thing. It's getting closer and closer to a review. I've been trying to crack down on this battery life, but I can't. These are still the first 2 batteries I put in here. 220 puffs. I'm just chain vaping away on this. Can't even make a dent in these batteries. Dual 18650. So tried and true. Anyway, got a review for this coming soon. The whole kit and caboodle there. The Drag 5 is definitely still hanging around with the Turk and an Ultem drip tip because I think that just looks cool. It happens to vape pretty rad because I still got a liquid tasting in there from a few weeks ago. We're way past halfway done with this bottle. It's only 10 mils, so I've been using it really, really sparingly. This is one of those like maybe once a day I'll come in here and take a few big rips of this 121 salted caramel and go, okay, that's all for today. That's all for today. I can't crank through this whole bottle, you know. That is a delicious flavor. That's incredible. So that's been hanging out in the drag. This Hexo made it in here. You already saw it. The one of one GrimmGreen Radix Alexa, Milky Peach Gummy, the Zoo 1 on top. Paul F. was asking about the crackle, and here's the thing. I don't know. This was built for me by Franklin at Vape Zoo in Indonesia. It's just a single coil. I don't know what coil he put in here, but every time I wick it, crackle. Crackle City, Crackle Nation. I think I've wicked it a few times, 2 or 3 times now. It's just a rattlesnake of crackle every single time. This has been like my favorite vape of like the last I don't even know, few months. Like since I got back from Indonesia, this has been my setup, my jam, my like main go-to guy. I can't get enough of it. Get out of here. That's so good. Damn, that's hell ass good. And I guess, like, second to lastly, I don't know. I set this up on the Vape Fiddle on Twitch on Tuesday. It's the new Vapon Tita AIO and Tita bridge on the inside. You can't see it because the liquid is just, it's so dark. But there is a Twisted Timmy Coils RBA in this liquid, believe it or not. It's in there. It wasn't super difficult to build. The big problems I ran into were with this device. But it seems to be working now. I think I'm going to have a full review for this soon. And I have some gripes with it. I think I'm going to do a full review for this before I send it along. But it's a single 18650 exposed battery. It looks kind of sick. The button placement's kind of sick. It's been vaping kind of okay. NVK. Yo-yoy. Welcome. Yo-yoy. Welcome. Caramel. Salted caramel. I apologize. I misspoke earlier. I was supposed to say caramel. I think I said caramel because I said salted caramel, but it's salted caramel. Salted caramel. Although I like the banana liquid in there more than I like the other banana liquid. And lastly, this has been another, just thing. I'm not trying to rub it in. This is the best Hexome I've ever put in my hands. It's glorious to hold. It's glorious to vape. I have a single coil, Reload Vapor, Reload S on top. It's Twisted Timmy. It's Sacred Seal. It's peanut butter, like beyond peanut butter. Better than peanut butter. Oh, I appreciate that, Ern. Thank you. Really? Hello. Still think that's only one. This one? No? All right. Well, I appreciate that. Caramel. This peanut butter is baller. Baller to the maximum levels of baller. I don't know where he gets off thinking he can make a peanut butter liquid this good, but Timmy. God. It's good. It's just good. It's just delicious. That's what's been hanging out here. I got a few sub tanks sitting around. I'm still vaping on those Vaporesso GTI coil heads. Those are quite delicious. I'm going to see how long I can take those, but that's it. That's what I've been vaping. It's been a lot of stuff. If there's a desk warrior that gets the most use, it's most likely the peanut butter guy. Frank said I should finish the soju. I'm inclined to believe him. I'm inclined to agree with him. It tastes like a Nutty Buddy. It doesn't... See, I don't get any chocolate from it. I just get Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie from it all day long. Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie. Paul? Nope. Just going to say no. It's fine now. It was weird. Now it's fine. All right, well, look, as long as we're not having dangle clacks, then that's good enough for me. It's good enough for me, as they say. But what that means right now is we're going to check in with what you guys are vaping. Now, with actual volume. That's so great. This is Assignment America time. You know, Horatio, I also thought that a dual 21700 hex would be sick, but I think it would just be too big. They would need to make a new sled for it. I think you could fit two 21700s in here, but the board and like the sled and everything would have to be severely changed. Severely changed. But look, I'm down. I don't even necessarily need like single 21700s for mechs. I love. But for a dual battery, like 18650s are so like proven, tried and true. You get banging battery life, you get banging power, and it's smaller overall. So I could see a 21700 Hexohm like dual just for the sake of it. But I don't. Are there people, I just haven't run across this, and maybe this is me being elitist and out of touch, but my wife vapes a Hexohm, and she goes through multiple sets of batteries a day, I guess. I'm just trying to think, would it be necessary? Is it that much more battery life? Is it that much more battery life than 18650s? Chuck, you got nothing to vape. What are you going to vape? Mix it up, Chuck. Mix it up, Chuck. Mix it up, Chuck. Mix it up, Chuck. So now let's actually check in with what Assignment America, what yous guys have been vaping. I do have an Assignment Planet shop in here as well, trying to sneak those past YouTube so they don't get mad at me. But Sean, we're checking in with Sean. Sean sends in an email and says, Grimm, been a long time subscriber, started watching back in 2015. I was a 3-pack a day smoker when I accidentally stumbled into a vape shop in Apple Valley, California. I've been on and off vapes in the stinkies due to homelessness and losing my vape collection, but I'm back 2 months sig-free. Here's the setups I've been able to get back. I hope they make it to the vlog. Cheers. Let's keep on vaping. Hell yeah, Sean. Hell yeah. See, this is a perfect example of literally everybody's journey being a completely different experience. But Sean's got some dope stuff. I don't recognize everything that Sean has. One of those is a Lost Vape. I recognize the button. One of those is a Stubby, of course. One of those is a Jabo guy that I recognize from back in the day with a Rebel on top. Squid Industries Double Barrel. I think that's an Aegis on the end. Do we get a better shot? Nope, we got two mechs now here coming in from Sean. The VGod mech with the VGod RDA, Subohm Innovations. I believe that's on a Subohm Innovations mech. There's a better shot of the Michael Myers 3D printed door for the, yeah. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. For the Stubby there, that's awesome. Look, and you throw the Caliburn on top for good luck. I love it. Welcome back. Get back into it. It's awesome. Not smoking cigarettes is great. It's so fun, and I love it, and everything about it I love. But let's check in right now with Joshua K. Joshua, let's put his picture up here, read the email. Joshua! Hey, Grimm, my name is Josh. I'm a huge fan of the vlog and all your videos. Been watching the vlog for 5 to 6 years now. Hashtag replay crew. Fuck yeah, Josh, keeping it real with the replay crew. I just want to say thank you for everything that you do for the community. I've been vaping since 2016, thanks to your old school videos for getting me started, and I've explored every area of this market. I used to run a pretty big Facebook group called Wolfpack Vapors that I've mentioned on the show before and gained some new members from your shout out. Oh, hell yeah. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I still watch your videos every week as my daily dose of vape talk. Here are 2 of my forever setups and some additional shout outs to some people and companies who have kept me embedded in this hobby. Full white and black Voorhees Customs 3D printed DNA 100C, topped with the Typhoon GT4S and GT5, I guess, sometimes. Vaping 2 of my favorite liquids, Carolina Cookie from Cloud Vapory and Old School from UGF. I think I might have a bottle of that Old School from UGF. I think I might have a bottle of that. I should dig it out. Also, side note, I saw you got vape mail from UGF. Yeah, see, there you go. And my close friend Damian Doyle. I'm his graphic designer and designed that pumpkin spice bottle that you were hyped about. No kidding. It's a rum barrel aged pumpkin cheesecake milkshake, if I remember correctly. I still have it set aside. I'm excited for you to try it. In my opinion, it's the best liquid on the market, being anything from UGF. So shout out to the UGF team. Hell yeah. Shout out to the UGF team, Old School, Voorhees, Typhoons, Two Voorhees, Carolina Cookie, Cloud Patrol. Cloud Patrol used to make my favorite peach. Is Cloud Patrol still a company? Hang on. No. Yeah. Okay, I see some Cloud Patrol. Was Cloud Patrol? I think Cloud Patrol might have made the peach that I loved. The what's her name? She was a internet model, and then she did vaping, tattoos. I can't think of her name. Pandora Blue. Pandora Blue released a liquid that was peach with that company, and I think it was awesome. I still have all those JMW bottles. I don't know exactly where they are, but I could definitely spend some time and track them down for you. Could definitely. I should try it. them. There's a lot of liquids, this is why I like doing liquid tastings. Let's hear from Canned Gaming real quick. Canned Gaming just says, here's my daily setups. Excuse the mess. That ain't look like so much of a mess to me. First of all, 2 honkin' bottles, spearmint maple waffles. Honestly, I'd like to taste both of those. The spearmint I find a little bit more fascinating than the maple waffles, but the big bottle of spearmint, I want to try that. I want to vape that. I want to try that. Now, as far as your setups go, this is a guessing game. You didn't give me any pointers. I think that is a GAR. I think that's a GAR with a profile on top. There's a pen. There's a dab pen there with on something. Gotta be Innikin. That looks so Innikin-y it hurts. That looks so Innikin-y. Next to that, I think that's a Voopoo thing because of the locking switch on the bottom. It looks familiar. And then a K-Fun on top. Sick. 1 tank for the spearmint, 1 tank for the maple waffles, 1 pen for the THC. Delightful. I love to see it. You love to see it. I'm going to read you this here, and I'm going to try to read it. I don't know. I just don't want YouTube getting mad at me. Dear Nick, my fiance Kate and I opened up a small up-and-coming proper shop in Vero Beach, Florida. On May 1st of this year. It was a tough decision to open up a shop in the U.S. in 2024, but it had been my dream for years. I've personally been vaping since 2014, ran a shop for years in Pensacola, Florida. At the height of it, I moved back to Vero Beach in 2018 and fell back to smoking. Fast forward a few years, I was still vaping occasionally, but smoking heavily. After becoming parents, Kate and I had an opportunity to start a business, which I thought we decided to open up a shop because my experience and love of vaping despite my relapse. I started getting back into vaping, made the full-time switch when they opened the shop. Personally, loves the hobby, RDAs, RDTAs, building coils. Hell yeah. This is a little bit long, so I'm going to keep reading. Despite nearly 2 decades of being in retail pharmacy, Kate had little to no exposure with vaping and had smoked cigarettes since she was 16. She quit a couple times, but regressed inevitably. When we decided to open a vape shop, she truly fell in love with it and has had no problem switching over with the AN2 and has also been smoke-free since we opened the shop. From watching your videos, we've learned so much more about vaping in the shop. She's become a huge advocate as well. She's angry with Big Pharma for suppressing truths about vaping. This is what I like, people getting immediately radicalized. This is my favorite thing of people maybe opening up a shop, getting into vaping, seeing what's going on and becoming immediately radicalized. Immediately. She's angry with Big Pharma for suppressing truths about vaping. They currently still supply healthcare professionals with packets full of misinformation based on skewed CDC data interpretation from 10 years ago for topics like youth vaping, reporting that vapes have formaldehyde and lead in them. Current, people are still getting stuff from the CDC saying don't tell people about vaping because there's lead and formaldehyde in it. Okay. They talk about the lack of long-term evidence. CDC claims that many people continue to dual use and that somehow proves a lack of efficacy. Yeah. Pharmacists and techs are instructed to not suggest vaping as a cessation method, instead recommending prescriptions like Zyban and Chantix. Wow. That's crazy. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you, Kate. I didn't catch your name, sir, but shout out to Kate at this shop in Vero Beach, Florida. Hell yeah. It looks like a great place. It looks like, coastal clouds, keep it 100. They got some Jam Monsters in there. They got some Marketplace in there. They got Geek Vape stuff, coil heads out the wazoo. You know, what else? Mods, sub-tanks, a lot of some Voopoo stuff, Vapepresso. You love to see it. So, if you're in the Vero Beach, Florida area and you want to stop in at an up-and-coming shop just opened in that's crazy, it just opened in 2024. I admire that so bad, so much. Hell yeah. Assignment America, Assignment Planet shop, except
Assignment Planet shop.
Sorry, I forgot to play the bumper music for Assignment Planet shop. But if you guys out there, if anybody watching this live stream or replay right now, you want to see your gear featured on this vlog, send it on over to me. It's nick@grimmgreen.com. Just mark your subject, that one thing. Or no, not that one thing. We haven't done that one thing in a while. Assignment Planet Globe. Chances are I will see the attachment. It will get downloaded, filed, used accordingly. Alternatively, if you run or own a shop, get it over here. We're shouting out shops. Assignment Planet shop. I want to know about them. I want to see them. I want to know about them, you know? Same, Kennedy, same. I'm way too far away to visit that shop. But if I can get my ass to Florida at some point, I'm going on a vape tour shop. Vape tour shop. You'll love to see it. Now, this is where the NGTSM is pointing, and I still don't know what NGTSM means. Not going to Space Mountain. NGTSM. Now, this is going to be the eternal... What is this? NGTSM. If anybody has any ideas, NGTSM. Nick Green touching something moist? That could be a thing. Nick Green touching something moist? I don't know why I'd write that on the vlog notes. That doesn't make much sense. That doesn't make much sense at all. Right before we pop into news, I'm going to pop into the super chats. Running too long, just to see, you know. We got one more. We got a super chat. Hungry Hippo says, we need a review on the nose ASAP. Do we? Do we? Listen, if someone, I'm not going to buy this. Maybe I'll buy it. If someone knows where I can get these or stocks them or has seen, let's talk. I need to try to get my hands on one of those, you know? I kind of feel like I need to try to get my hands on one of those. I don't want to. But for science, I will, though. For science, I will. Not going to talk so much. That could be it. No good turd-sucking monsters. You no good turd-sucking monsters. Never get the soggy marshmallows. Not going to talk so much. That could be it. Yeah, rightfully so. There's a lot of good vape shops in Florida. It's because Florida is the only state in the Republic that is actually doing it correctly. They are the only state. And they're not even doing it really, really correctly. They're doing it like half-assedly correctly. It could be so much better. It could be a lot better. Funky Monk. Australia is breaking my heart. Australia is breaking my heart at the moment. I think it was Colin Mendelsohn. I wasn't going to talk about Australia tonight because it's just killing me. But there he is. Colin Mendelsohn posted something just today. Yeah, Australia. Okay, with that said, sometimes you press the wrong buttons. With that said, let's just do news. Let's just get into it. News, yeah.
Are you motherfuckers ready? It's news and advocacy time. Let the truth butter drip.
Let the truth butter drip. Colin Mendelsohn on Twitter today pointed out that in the UK, in the United Kingdom, 33% of the vape products in the United Kingdom are illicit products. 33% of the products in the United Kingdom, who's regulating it really, really well, they're regulating it really nicely, still 33% of their products are from the illicit market. In the US, because only the biggest of the big tobacco companies have any legal products on the market, 60% of our market is illicit. Sergio, what's going on? 60% of the US market is of the illicit market. In Australia, 92% of the market is the illicit market. That is bonkers to me. How is that world-leading vape regulations when 92% of your market is the illicit market? Places they don't have an illicit market for vapes and nicotine products. New Zealand, Sweden. That's it. That's two. There's two. Those are the two countries doing it absolutely correctly. 92% of the market in Australia is illicit, and that is bonkers. That is bonkers to me. I don't know how those politicians can look at themselves in the mirror and go, yes, 92% of the vape products in Australia are illicit contraband vape products, and that just means that our regulations are really working. That just means that our regulations are really working. Everybody knows good regulatory law causes black markets. Everybody knows that. Okay, so the first thing I want to call out tonight, we got to go fund me here for Josh. It's ApathyMiller. It's Josh the ApathyMiller. He's recovering from freaking heart attack double bypass. I don't want to, embarrass him, put his topless photo on the internet. But ApathyMiller, he's one of us. He's a yo-yo. He's down for the cause. And anything we can do to help him out. He's just trying to raise $5,000. Not quite to $1,000, but I want to shout this GoFundMe out because, I don't know. It's America. So when something bad happens to you medically, you start a GoFundMe. That's like, it's in the rules. I think it's in the preamble to the Constitution, actually. If you ever have something bad happen to you, like a heart attack or cancer or any sort of diseases, you start a GoFundMe. You just do. It's just the way it works, man. So let's move on to, hang on. This is going to be great. It's time for maybe a little bit of,
Nick Guy the Science Man.
Nick Guy the Science Man. Nick Guy the Science Man hasn't been around in a while, but there's been some some recent developments, you see. We got this brand new study published August 1st, 2024 in the JAMA. I believe that's Journal of the American Medical Association. E-cigarette characteristics and cigarette cessation among adults who use e-cigarettes. Why do scientists decide to name their studies the most boring things ever in the history of time? Why is that? Is it too much to ask for just a little scientific clickbait? Just a little? We're so acclimated to it now that clicking on a normal ass title and a normal ass headline, it's like, well, that's boring and normal. E-cigarette characteristics and cigarette cessation among adults who use e-cigarettes. I get it. You have to be pro, you have to be scientific. We should ask AI to write a clickbait headline for this study. Let's see what it comes up with. Here's a good headline. Shocking discoveries: how e-cigarette futures could be the secret to finally quitting cigarettes for good. Yeah, that's a great headline. Shocking discovery: how e-cigarette features could be the secret to finally quitting cigarettes for good. This is good. This is what we call winning. This is called better, higher quality, more abundant science in favor of vaping. But look, there's a lot to read here. Are e-cigarettes associated with smoking cessation behaviors among adults in the U.S. population who smoke cigarettes and use e-cigarettes? Look, there's a lot of language in here that I don't love. But if we go down here, obviously the answer is yes. If anybody who smokes cigarettes switches exclusively to an e-cigarette, they're going to cut their smoking down to nothing. They're going to eventually quit. But that's not the really interesting part. The really interesting part of this study is right here. All of this, I think, is just a beautiful thing. Non-daily versus daily e-cigarette use was associated with greater overall cigarette discontinuation rates. Daily vaping helps you quit smoking. And this is what I tell everybody. There's no wrong level of vaping. Any level of vaping that you do that keeps you away from cigarettes is a good, perfect, okay level of vaping. There's no too much vaping, unless maybe you get a headache and maybe back off a little bit. But the level of vaping that keeps you off of cigarettes is the correct level of vaping. So yes, daily use is associated with a greater overall cigarette discontinuation rate. Then, right here, and use of e-cigarettes in 2019 to 2021 versus 2014 to 2015 and 15 to 16 was also associated with greater overall cigarette discontinuation rates. And what that means is that the vapes that we have now are better and more effective at getting nicotine into a smoker's bloodstream than the vapes that came out in 2014 through 2016. They've only gotten better. More people are quitting now than they were back in the day when, everything was like sub-tanks and rebuildables back then. Now, this is basically hard data showing that pods and disposables help more people quit smoking than all of the vape technology that we were using between 2014 and 2016. Straight up, science right there. Things from 2019 and 2021, greater overall cigarette discontinuation rate. The technology is just getting better. The technology is just getting better. The science is getting better. The science is getting of a higher quality, even though we already have literally the highest quality evidence possible from the Cochrane Tobacco Addiction Group and their meta-analysis of vaping, e-cigarettes for smoking cessation. We have literally the gold standard of data on our side. But in addition to that gold standard, we've got more. We've got more and more and more, and it kind of just keeps coming. And it's coming to the point where it's like every piece that comes out, like every study that comes out comparing, seeing if e-cigarettes really help you quit, they all come to the conclusion like, yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. Not only do, of course they do, but they work better than anything that's ever been on the market before. They work better than any pharmaceutical pill you could take. They're literally the best possible way to quit smoking cigarettes. Literally all of the science shows that. One thing that the science doesn't show is, okay, we're going to pivot immediately to bad science. We're going to pivot immediately to bad science. This is what we call, referred to in scientific circles as junk science. You remember when, and listen, there's groups of people out there, believe it or not, that really, really want there to be harms from vaping. Their preservation really relies on them finding harms in vaping. So they're really, really digging for it, including using awful methodology, association between the use of electronic cigarettes and myocardial infarction in the United States, published August 5th, 2024. I don't know if anybody remembers the American Heart Association that supposedly proved this same thing, and then their study got retracted for being unreliable, having unreliable methodology, and Stanton Glantz was attached to that, and he gets up there and he says, e-cigarettes cause myocardial infarction, and then everybody peer-reviewed it and went, why is your methodology so fucking terrible? Why are you attributing people to had a myocardial infarction before they started vaping, yet you're attributing it to vaping? This is exactly what this garbage junk science study did. CASA put it in really good words, and I'm just going to read their tweet. Imagine for a second, you're doing a study on weight gain. You survey people who are overweight and you ask them if they drink diet soda. You don't know if they were drinking diet soda before they became overweight or for how long they'd been drinking diet soda. However, because you found people who drink diet soda were more likely to be overweight, you could conclude that drinking diet soda probably causes weight gain. Of course, no one would do this. Of course, you wouldn't do something so silly, but that's basically what they did in this study, except with myocardial infarctions and e-cigarette use. They didn't ask the subjects if they were even vaping before they were diagnosed, yet they go on to say there's probably an association. They want to find harms in vaping. They want to. How sick is that? That's sick. That's wrong. This is in spite of their own admission that the absence of information about the type or extent of myocardial infarction or the order of presentation between myocardial infarction and the use of e-cigarettes, we cannot assess whether the exposure occurred before or after the outcome. Therefore, we cannot determine the temporal association between them. Translation, we don't know which came first, the myocardial infarction or the e-cigarette use. So we don't have any evidence that e-cigarettes played a part in causing a myocardial infarction, but they sure do like to blame it really often. So many studies like this. Bad methodology, people having heart attacks before they started vaping, yet the heart attacks get blamed on vaping. That's not science. That's not science. And when this inevitably gets retracted, we will all know that it wasn't science, and they'll know it wasn't science, and everybody will know that it wasn't science. But, you know, it's one of those things like people probably read that, damage is already done. They're convinced in their head that vaping causes a myocardial infarction. And this is why things like literacy matter. Scientific literacy matters. Media literacy matters. You don't want to be the person with wrong information because you just read the headline and nobody dug into any of the facts or anything that's going on. Media literacy matters. Scientific literacy matters. You can see, when you see a study like that, if you're scientifically literate, you just see right through it. You go, oh, this is garbage. This is junk science. What, are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. It matters. It matters. This yogurt is delicious. Crazy delicious. What else? What's going on? God bless community notes. God bless community notes. Before we get to the newest and greatest community notes that have been issued, I feel like maybe we'll take a little trip down take a little trip down the memory way, of community notes that have existed in the past, things like this. Yeah. World Health Organization. E-cigarettes have been linked to physical injuries, including burns or explosions from malfunctions. Oh, wait, there's a community note. Any device with a lithium-ion battery has the potential to explode or catch fire. Yeah, there's no competition for the amount of phones that have caught fire compared to e-cigarettes. Yes, correct. World Health Organization can't stop lying on the internet. They cannot do it. Like, it's not within their purview. It's fascinating. Yep, same one. Oh, yeah, what a great one. World Health Organization. Vaping increases your risk of seizures typically within 24 hours of doing it. Don't let vaping harm your health. Wow. World Health. I'm not going to vape now. I'm not going to vape now because of seizures. Oh, wait, there's a community note. Oh, this post is based on inconclusive evidence utilizing studies that have not been peer-reviewed. The claim is based on approximately 120 incidents that occurred since January 19 with inconclusive outcome. Oh, so they're just embellishing? I don't know. What do you call that? I can't think of any other way to call that, but lying? Could be considered lying. Oh, yeah. Jim Shannon. Yeah, Jim Shannon, MP. Friday, 1st March, no smoking month. Make March your month to quit. Important that people are aware of the risks associated with vaping. Nicotine content of many disposables vapes is equivalent to 20 cigarettes. If you don't smoke, don't vape. What a weird mishmashy message, by the way. Like, who are you trying to... This balancing act that everybody has to do with... They know that vaping can save human lives if you smoke cigarettes, but they also don't want anybody vaping. So they have to do this weird balancing act of well, shit, we could save a lot of lives by telling people about this, but we don't want the wrong people to use it. So we're going to just put forth this weird mixed messaging where we're going to scare you, but tell you that it's better for you, but then scare you again. This is that. Oh, but there's a community note. The risks of vaping are tiny compared to smoking. There is no situation where it is better to smoke than vape. Vapes are the most popular stop smoking aid in the UK, with links, high certainty evidence found by Cochrane that vapes are better than NRT for smoking cessation. God bless community notes. God bless community notes. Tylenol kills more people than any other drug, but you can buy it by the barrel at Costco. These are true facts. These are true facts. Do you think Tylenol kills more people than alcohol, though? I think alcohol is the most lethal drug. By a mile, I feel. As I drink it, as I drink actual poison, drinking actual poison. God bless community notes. Oh, there he is again, Jim Shannon. Oh, yeah, this guy. I don't even know who you are. You don't matter to me. The growing use of nicotine products among our nation's youth is a serious public health crisis, according to U.S. FDA estimates. A ban would save up to 654,000 lives. We must act now to remove menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars from the market. Nicotine products, look at the weird, weasel words that he uses. Nicotine products among our nation's youth. That's why we need to ban menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars. Oh, wait, there's a community note. Oh, fact checked as false. Currently, use of any nicotine or tobacco product was at record lows of 12.6% among high school students in 2023. Oh, fascinating. That completely contradicts this guy's tweet. According to the CDC, this was 22% in 2013, a decline of 45%. People just love to be wrong on the internet, and then when they get checked and they get a community note, they leave it up. They leave it up. They just leave it there. If I would retire. I would go into hiding. If I ever posted a tweet that I was real confident about and it got a community note, that's it. GrimmGreen's over. My career's over. I'm leaving Twitter. I'm leaving YouTube. I'm going to go into hiding. I'll be a recluse. I couldn't face the world after that. But these just get left up. Left up. Javier. Yeah. This is just saying some shit about vaping. New vapor. Look at that. This was from Cop 10. Cancer flavor disposables. Cancer flavor. The cancer risk of vaping, there's a community note. The cancer risk of vaping compared to smoking is less than 1%. Okay. Compared with cigarettes, the relative risks are 0.024 for heat not burn and 0.004 for e-cigarettes and 0.004 for the nicotine inhaler. This is very unethical and a misleading advertising campaign. They want harms with vaping. They want harms from vaping, and it's upsetting. They really can you imagine everybody at the World Health Organization offices just high-fiving each other if they ever determined that vaping causes cancer? They would literally be celebrating the fact that vaping causes cancer. They would be happy about this. That's some of the grossest shit I've ever thought about. That's some of the straight up grossest shit I've ever thought about. But wait, there's more. Oh, Glancy. E-cigs increased health costs by $15.1 billion in 2018. E-cigs increased health costs? What? Oh, wait, there's a community note. It's not clear why they assume that the excess health expenditure incurred by smokers who are trying to limit their smoking by using e-cigarettes is caused by their recent vaping rather than their lifetime of smoking. Yeah, Professor Peter Hayek, Queen Mary University of London, reacting to, well, it's Stanton Glantz. You know? Stanton Glantz is like a masterclass in how to completely tarnish your career and everything you've done up until this point. Stanton Glantz is nailing it. Nailing that flush down the toilet. Oh, that's right. Ian Weissman. The nicotine in e-cigarettes can impair an adolescent's brain development. In addition, the aerosols breathed contain cancer-causing chemicals, heavy metals such as nickel, tin, and lead. Lead? Lead? This guy believes that there's lead in vaping? Oh, wait, there's a community note. The first sentence is a direct quote from the article by John Patrick Allen. It links to the Health and Human Services. The page at Health and Human Services did not include the words impair or brain as implied in the statement. The nicotine in e-cigarettes can impair an adolescent's brain development. Oh, so he was wrong, and the Department of Health and Human Services proved him wrong. Crazy. Just health professionals, politicians getting up there, lying. Oh, Harvard Health and popcorn lung. There's a community note. Yeah, popcorn lung is actually bronchitis obliterans syndrome. Chemical concern is diacetyl, which most vapes don't contain. Cigarettes contain more diacetyl than vapes and haven't caused popcorn lung. Cancer research use case says you can't get popcorn lung from vaping. Harvard Health. You know, it's different when you see whatever, some fucking guy, representative, senator, don't care, saying ridiculous things because we kind of expect politicians to say ridiculous shit constantly all the time. But Harvard Health, this is, I mean, from what I gather, a trustworthy source of health information, Harvard Health. Why would Harvard Health? What incentive does Harvard Health have to get on the internet and lie about vaping and tell people who smoke cigarettes, no, don't vape. You might get popcorn lung. You might get it. So keep smoking. When you tell someone not to vape, you're telling them just to keep smoking. You're telling them just keep smoking. Just keep smoking. Just keep smoking. Enka, don't know who they are. Discussion, vaping hasn't proved effective for quitting smoking. Dash, health experts. That's basically saying, dash, trust me, bro. Oh, there's a community note. False, Cochrane Tobacco Addiction Group, the gold standard of reviews, high certainty evidence. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy. Yes, this was one of the most satisfying ones. More than half of students say they use Elf Bar, a company that evades a ban on e-cigarettes by renaming its products. No, that's not how that works, Raja, you dunce. The Select Committee is requesting information about what is being done to stop this influx of e-cigarettes from the PRC. From the PRC. Don't know. Oh, there's a community note. More than 50% of students do not vape elf bars. Oh, so a congressman lied on the internet. Wow, shocking. Who's shocked by this information? 56 or 7%? Okay. Meaning less than 4% of students use the elf bar disposable e-cigarette. What did he say? More than half of students? More than half of students? What information does that give us? It's not a number. It's not even a percentage. It's just more than half of students. More than half of students. This person was elected by people to a position of power, and then he says more than half of students. More than half of students. More than half of students say they use elf bar. Oh yeah, my Franciscan, remember this? The rising trend in teen vaping can have negative impacts on their health, except there is no rise trend in teen vaping because teen vaping has declined more than 60% since 2019. Vaping is one of those things that really radicalizes you. PRC, People's Republic of China. Okay. PRC, People's Republic of China. Yeah. Definitely. We need to stop the People's Republic of China from creating vapes. Yeah. Well, if the internet isn't rage bait V8, then what is it? You got to mention something that's going to get people riled up. You just have to. China, the border. People lose their fucking minds. They just fly off the handle. If you're like, hey, the border. Like, what are you talking about? Like, secure the border. They just lose their minds. Just mention rage bait and you can get people watching at the cost of, civility and the ability for people to think critically in any capacity. Rage bait. Just rage bait everybody. New York Post, 22-year-old gets double lung transplant after hospitalization. No, it wasn't from vaping. The only person who blamed it on vaping was the mother in the room. No doctor, no medical professional said that this was from vaping. Oh, and this is my newest favorite one. What the fuck? This is just on Twitter. The world owes him an apology. And then community notes, really getting amped here. No, we fucking don't. Of course we fucking don't. That get posted on Twitter? People liked this tweet. Dude, people liked this tweet. That's sick. That's sick. That's sick on so many levels. This is another good one. The UN Office on Drugs and Crime. This is a vape adjacent. Our latest data shows that cannabis continues to be the most widely used drug globally with an estimated 228 million users. Oh, yeah, that's incredible. Oh, wait, there is a community note. Factual error. Cannabis is not the most widely used drug. There are at least 2.3 billion alcohol and 1.3 billion tobacco users worldwide. The UN Office for Drugs and Crime, maybe they deserve the benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe they meant to say that alcohol is the most used drug on earth because 2.3 billion people use alcohol rather than 220 million cannabis users. UN Office of Drugs and Crime, just being confidently incorrect on the internet. I saw that, I thought, there's no way. How many people use caffeine? Way more people use caffeine. 1,000% more people use caffeine. 2.3 billion people use alcohol. 1.3 billion people use tobacco. 228 million? The difference between the number 228 million and 2.3 billion is severe and large. It is a huge difference. It's not 100 million equals a billion. That's not how that math works. A billion is astronomically more than a million. Astronomically more. Didn't stop him from getting on the internet and lying. And I think, hang on, let's see what other, what last news things I have to do here. We got one more good news. And then I think that's going to be all for news and advocacy. Let me do this, and then some good news, and then This is essentially, I love this one. Yeah, 1,000 million. Michael Redfern, yes. 1,000 million equals a billion. 1,000 million equals a billion. So 228 million compared to 2.4 billion, it's not even a drop. It's not even a drop in the bucket. 1,000 million equals 1 billion. Yeah. 1,000 million. That's bananas. My favorite part about this particular community note is, A, they haven't deleted it. They haven't deleted the tweet. They're like, we're going to be wrong on the internet for everybody to see always. This is essentially the American Lung Association getting a community note. It's like a community note by proxy because it's the Montco, PA, Pennsylvania Department of Public Health and Human Services. Vaping really is that bad. Lung Association, this is a community note by proxy. Lung Association says that vaping isn't just inhaling harmless water vapor. Nicotine in vapes often holds harmful drugs and chemicals. Harmful drugs? The nicotine in vapes hold harmful drugs. Did you know that? More than nicotine. Harmful drugs and chemicals like nicotine. What? Like nicotine. Propylene glycol found in antifreeze. Scare ya? You scared yet? Carcinogens? Acrolein? Big scary word. Acrolein. You're going to come across that word. You're going to be scared. Acrolein! Did it scare you? Acrolein! Irreversible lung damage and heavy metals. Whoa. Pretty serious. Oh, but wait, there's a community note. This claim is misleading and at odds with preeminent research showing that vapors have significantly and substantially lower exposure to harmful chemicals, with exposure often comparable to those seen in individuals not using any tobacco products at all. What a beautiful community note on information from the American Lung Association. That's a community note by proxy. That's a community note by proxy. And honestly, this is so misleading. It's bonkers. If I was a cigarette smoker and I saw this, cigarettes, I would look at this and go, what? It has lead? I don't know why they put nicotine on there. Nicotine, sure. Propylene glycol, acrolein, carcinogens, acrolein. You scared yet? Let's taste some acrolein. Oh, yeah. Deep into the lungs. God, acrolein's good. God, I love acrolein. Nobody knows what acrolein is, and it's not in vaping. Actually, we do know what acrolein is. I've done videos about acrolein. Really, my biggest gripe with this, besides how misleading it is I'm like, dude, the first thing, the real crime is that you need to fire your graphic designer, because this is just an abomination. The stroke, the outline on the e-juice, the way that the E's aren't white, it's just brown, awful. You put a 1 pixel stroke on that maximum. What is that? Impact? What is that? Just impact font? In a horseshoe around what looks like THC on wax paper. They can't even use an e-liquid bottle or show nicotine vaping. They have to scare you with like THC globs on wax paper. Liars, the lot of them, just fucking liars. It makes me insane. But like I said, thank God for community notes. Thank the maker. Thank whoever you worship. Ra, that's fine. Odin, whatever Zoroastrians worship. I think Ashua, I think is their god. I can't remember. So thank God for community notes. I love community notes. I think every politician in America should be forced onto X and be subject to community notes. Every politician should be forced onto X, onto Twitter X. How great would that be? If you could imagine having a politician who can't lie to you. Imagine this. What kind of world we could build. Imagine what kind of world we could build. If politicians just told the truth. Here's another big win. I don't know if you guys are sick of winning yet, but I'm not. A Washington vape company in the 9th Circuit is allowed to file in the 5th Circuit. All vape companies will file in the 5th Circuit now. All they need to do is find a retailer in the 5th Circuit that sells its products. A Washington vape manufacturer can proceed with its challenge against the FDA's marketing denial orders in the 5th Circuit. The appeals court ruled unanimously. The 5th Circuit is the one who's holding FDA to task. They constantly rule on the side of industry against the FDA. The 5th Circuit is the court that said arbitrary and capricious, sent them on a wild goose chase. That's what they said. Well, now the 5th Court is saying, well, hey, vape manufacturers, anywhere in the country, if your product is sold where the 5th Circuit has its jurisdiction, you can bring your case to the 5th Circuit. This is only good news. This is only good news. This just means more and more and more and more and more and more and more vape companies are going to go to the 5th Circuit, have their MDOs reversed. We get more products on the market. We get more legal products on the market. We get things like e-liquids back legally on the market. It's crazy to me that FDA saw the vaping landscape and went, maybe everybody would be fine with a pre-filled pod from Big Tobacco. No, of course not. This is extraordinarily good news. This is extraordinarily good news. And I hope that every vape company out there get to that 5th Circuit. Get to that 5th Circuit. If politicians got community notes, X would crash like Wall Street in the 1930s. You know, I think so. You know, I think so. I'm sure there's trustworthy politicians, right? There has to be some trustworthy politicians that exist in the world. All right, guys, we're going to jump into a retro vape right after I bio break, but that's going to be it for the news and advocacy. I hope you all learned something and paid attention. There's going to be a quiz later. The moral of the story, the big takeaway from today's news and advocacy is just more winning. We're just more winning. We're getting more and more science, higher quality science. It's coming to a point where it's going to be undeniable. And all it takes is one card to fall. The whole house falls down. We get vape shops back. We go back to exactly how it was. The vape community, vape shops, getting people to quit smoking in droves. And then Big Tobacco, they're going to have to kick rocks. Big pharmaceuticals, sorry, no more Chantix. It's crazy to me that you see you see science people wanting to clutch their pearls at innovation and technology that can save people's lives. It's like, well, what about all this time and energy I spent on Chantix? Doesn't anybody want to buy any Chantix anymore? It's crazy to me. It's you don't see people on the side of the street with their Ford Model T that they're cranking up going, I can't believe nobody wants to drive these anymore. Why doesn't anybody? What? Oh, you got fast cars now with 4-wheel drive? Why doesn't anybody want this way to do it anymore? Oh, the technology's improved and everything's gotten better and faster and more efficient. Unreal to watch scientists be resistant to change. Upsets me on a whole other level. All right, I'm going to take a quick bio break and free the canines, but we'll be right back. No, Mac's trying to install Sonoma right now, and I will not let it. What's up, Butter Squad? I see you guys there in the chat. We're going to get into some retro vapes and Mailll right after I pee and free the dogs. I'll be right back. GTA 6 coming out soon? Is that what I heard? GTA 6 coming out soon? Let's retro vape. In fact, here's the thing. This is going to make the vlog even longer. This is going to make the vlog even longer. One thing that I like to do is not organize anything ever in my life, office, computer, anywhere. Nothing's organized. Very, very few things are organized. And because of my lack of organizational skills, nothing is, standardized or anything. I've got boxes of mods in like medium flat rate boxes, large flat rate boxes, weird different sized boxes, and all sorts of toppers everywhere. And sometimes they're in, tackle boxes, and sometimes they're not in tackle boxes. And because of the way that I organize my life, occasionally I come across little gems like this. They're like little time capsules, There's just boxes scattered throughout my office that contain randomness. Just randomness. I put stuff in a box, I close it, I don't mark it, I put it in the closet. And then years later, I'll go and I'll grab this out and I'll go, what was in here? What the hell did I even put in here? Oh, it's just a shit ton. It's just a shit ton of retro vape toppers. Just a metric fuck ton of retro vape toppers. So, I was going to try to pick something out of here. Ooh. Maybe we should try this one. Hang on. I was just going to randomly pick a retro out of here. Here, let's see if you can even see in here. The one thing that I saw was this right out of the gate. I might try that on for size. There's an Aeolus in here. Sub-Ohm Innovations. That's a Sub-Zero, but I don't remember. What? Did I ever have a squatty Sub-Zero? There's a Sub-Tank Mini. A Sub-Tank Mini. There's Squape stuff in here. I have a green Squape. What are you? The Volculnus Alpha? What are even you? The Vulcanus Alpha. Well, anything we grab out of here, we're putting a new build on. The Vulcanus Alpha. Sure, dual coil RDA. Sorry. What even are you? Hastur. The Hastur mouth to lung RTA. Look at this gold. Look at that. It's an Addy Toonie K-Fun. Monster V3, an Aries RTA. Should we do an Aries RTA? Does this even open anymore? Oh, man. Nope. This Aries RTA might be stuck together forever. Maybe I'll take the drip tip out. Okay. So that's a no on the Aries RTA. I don't keep, Goon LP. Dude, we got a Goon LP. Should we vape a Goon LP tonight? Should we vape a Goon LP? Holy shit. Dude, we might be able to vape a Goon LP. The Savor, mouth to lung. We got a drop. We got a fucking drop RDA in here. I haven't seen a drop in ages. Couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you. The Mako? What are you? The Ghetto? The Ghetto RDA? Ceto. The Ghetto or the Ghetto? Or the Keto? The Keto? What the hell even is this? I've never seen this shit before. That That doesn't make any damn sense. Okay, apparently I can't get this top cap off. It's been in the storage for too long, you see. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. It's a mesh RDA. Oh shit. That is a mesh RDA if I've ever seen it. Well, that certainly looks terrible. I reviewed this, I'm assuming. Maybe I never did. Maybe I never did. All right. Well, obviously, we're not going to go with a big mesh RDA today. Although, you know, these are all possible future retro vapings. In fact, I'm kind of fascinated by this mesh guy. I'm kind of fascinated by this mesh guy right now. The Elgato? Is it the Elgato? No, it says Keto? What does that say? Keto? C-E-T-O? It looked like a G because of the line from the RDA. Mashed mesh. Should we try to vape it like this? Let's see if this will even fire. It's just going to immediately heat up right where I pinched it, right where that seam got pinched. Let's see what this does. 0.14? Hey now. Yeah. Oh, shit. Vape it. Vape capital. Vape mesh. Don't vape mesh. Wonder if we could actually get this glowing evenly. Not that I would want to vape this old mesh. Oh, hey. That's actually kind of glowing evenly. Whoa! Whoa! That's actually vaping. I don't remember how to wick this. I don't remember how to wick this, but it's definitely glowing. I'm guessing mesh just has to go, or cotton has to just go straight down the center, maybe. You can move the posts and make it a dual mesh. Why? I just like the big mesh. Look at that. Whoa. It's a little heater for the wintertime. You just warm up your hands. It's like a little space heater. Okay, so we're not going to go with this one, but we're going to keep this around because, you know, why would you not want to vape that at some point? Listen, we got a TM. We have a conspiracy RDA. Ha! Oh, look at you, conspiracy RDA. That is all kinds of like, look at all of the gunk on there. It's like actually like stained green, just leaving like little traces of e-liquid in there. I don't think I could even bring this back from the dead. I don't know that I would want to. This needs a severe cleaning first. Hey, but it's glowing. As you can see, a lot of my RDAs just... You remember that, Horatio? You remember my review? I don't. All right, so I think let's just pick one. Let's just pick something. There's an old dot RDA in here. There's a dot RDA in here. I wonder what this deck looks like. I wonder if it's too corroded to use. Chances are, yes. Yeah, shit. Okay, well, maybe grabbing an RDA out of here wasn't the best idea. I might have to go rinse this off. Rinse anything off that I build. That's how old this is. 22 gauge round wire. This 22 gauge round wire has probably been in here since 2016. Maybe longer. Maybe longer. So I get like tarnished, corroded time capsule, you know? Cloud Kicker Society. That's hella old school. Oh, what are you? Mech Life? What are you? Look at this beast. Mech Life. Yeah. I could go rinse you out. That's the Goon deck, basically. That's the Goon deck. I'm kind of leaning towards the Goon LP, even though I hate it. I'm kind of leaning towards the Goon LP. Remember how terrible the Goon LP was? Let's build the Goon LP. Let's build the Goon LP. This is going to be awful. This is just going to be the worst thing. Did anybody own a Goon LP? I don't know that anybody bought a Goon LP. Yeah, it's crazy that there's screws behind where your leads need to go. Like, there's 4 screws. There's 8 screws on this deck. 8 screws on this deck for 2 coils. And not only that, but you have to install them vertically like this and then bend them all the way over. Oh, what a nightmare. Let's build this. I'm excited about this. The Goon LP sucked so bad. What a terrible design. Terrible design, terrible vaping. The Goon LP was not good. 8 screws. 8 screws. Think about that. That's bonkers. 8 screws. 8! Let me go rinse this. I'm going to go rinse this off. Maybe give it a little scrubby with a slight little scrubby brush real quick. Let me put the rest of these away. But we literally have a treasure trove of toppers here. We're going with the Goon LP. Enough is enough. It's time to vape the worst RDA ever made. It's time to vape the worst RDA ever made. I'm overjoyed, honestly, that there's a Goon LP in here. Just because, you know, we needed this to run. Oh, no, I put away the top cap. Shit. Yeah, here you are. Okay. I am overjoyed that there's a Goon LP in here. I'm going to... Oh, that's not the Goon LP. Shit. I put away the cap and I don't know where it went. I'll find it. Here it is. Let's go. I'm gonna go rinse this out, and then we're gonna vape the worst RDA ever made. Is it the worst RDA ever made? What do you think is the worst RDA ever made? I think it's the Goon LP. I mean, I think the Goon LP is worse than this. It's worse than the 571 we had last week. This is an RDA. This is better than the Goon LP. Better than the Goon LP by like a mile. Yeah, screw falls into sink. You can see that happening, right? Well, let's go give this a little rinse and a brushy. Hang on, let me give you the Be Right Back music. Give me like 30 seconds. Oh, dude. Okay. Dude. Yeah, the dude. The dude, hands down. I didn't even think about the dude. Yeah, I should have known. It's the dude. The maze is pretty bad. The maze, wasn't the maze mesh? Was the maze mesh? The turbo? Tom, I know you're talking about the turbo. The worst RDA ever made was the one that had the fan that whistled. Turbo, baby. We've vaped the turbo a few times on this vlog. The theorem? Was the theorem worse than the Goon LP, though? The Goon LP, like, I consider it the worst because I straight up refused to vape it. Straight up. I put one build in here, bent those leads over, took like 3 to 4 puffs, and thought, I'm not going to review this. This is fucking awful. Fucking awful. We've peaked. We've reached the point where you can't just use the shotgun approach and, you know, anything that you release, like there was a time in vaping where anything you released would just get loved. It would just get purchased. You could sell thousands of a shitty RDA because we were all just so like, you know, hungry for RDAs. Anyway, let me give you a sec. I'll be back 1 minute. All right, we gave this a brushy. Let's get out the build stand and see if we can actually build this. Actually build this freaking thing. Center the build stand. Don't move it from that position. We're all rinsed out, all wiped off. I gave it a little brushy. Should be looking much better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a Goon LP, baby. That's a Goon LP. Fishbone RDA was the worst? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. The Milner? The Nord? That was the vertical coil one, right? From that really pretentious guy who was like, I am a master of airflow. Everything airflow is, I know all of it. I know about everything about airflow. The worst RDA I own is the Claymore. Yeah, the Claymore was... I don't know. I didn't think the Claymore was... The LP is unworthy of the build stand. Well, you know what's going to be even more upsetting is we're going to have to put, like, good coils in here. We're going to have to put, like, actually good coils in here, and that's the real bummer. Do I have any crap, like just, not to say that there's shitty builders. No, it's all good stuff. It's like all Twisted Timmy's, Breeze Tones, Drip Theory. Twisted Timmy, Breeze Tones, and Drip Theory are like my coils. I hate to do this. Really hate to do this with a good Drip Theory coil. Got to open the clamps. Okay. These, I don't remember how to cut these exactly for the length. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Dicky Mo. I'm going to eyeball it. I don't have any lo-fi chilled beats playing. What the hell is that ass? Ah, there we go. There we go. Hey, what's up, Cicero? If I could vape something from back in the day again, it would be an HH357 bridgeless atomizer. The HHs were legitimately rad atomizers. Rad atomizers. You think that's the right height? I think I need to take a little bit more off. I think I need to take a little bit more off. Not much. But you kind of have to... It sucks having to... Dicky Mo? I mean, kind of guess? Because you have to measure and then realize that you're going to bend those leads down. You're going to bend the coils way down. Dicky Mo! Shit, those did go a little too far flying. I guess so. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it, honey. All right, well, for this one coil, let's start screwing down 4 screws. 4 screws. Unbelievable. Do you not have the other posts for the LP? No. No. Were there other posts released for the LP? Really? Really? I dismissed the Goon LP so fast. I couldn't have cared if there was any product, any like accessories released for it. I just thought, what a piece of shit. What a terrible RDA. And it bummed me out because the Goon and the Goon 1.5 and the Goon 2 are all great. But the Goon LP, the Goon Low Pro, well, if you want to know why 528 Customs doesn't exist anymore, you're looking at it. It's the Goon LP. Basically ruined the company. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws are tight for this one coil, singular coil. Was it like a deck with like posts? It makes it just like the original Goon, and it's 100 times better than either of them. Dang. Just like the OG Goon. You sent your extra set of upgraded posts for the Goon LP. Oh, to Matt Sinister. You know, this sounds familiar to me. This sounds familiar, like I knew that this happened. But again, I don't know. I didn't... this RDA upset me so tremendously that I just stopped caring. It's kind of like, we'll just release it the right way the first time then. You know? Just release it the right way the first time then. And look, I mean, I know. That might be a little bit short. It might be a little bit short, but we're going to try to go with it. 1, 2. So they that's so weird. That's so weird, dude. They released the Goon LP and then released another deck for it so that it's exactly like the Goon. They're like, oh, sorry guys, we know you like the Goon. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding about that deck. Just kidding. Just kidding. We didn't mean to make a terrible deck that's awful. It kills me, man. It kills me that this went through, like, people. Like, people had to go, yes, this is good. We're going to continue forward with this design. At no point in the designing phase did anybody go, should we do it like this? Should we do it like this? I want to see it, Frames. I want to see it. I'm counting on you. I'm going to hold you to that. No one stopped to say, should we do this? Should we do this? No. A lot of people, Kithrin, here's a little secret of the vape industry. A lot of people claimed that they were out of business because of regulations, when really they were just out of business. Regulations got blamed a lot. Oh, fuck. It's too close. That's too close to the deck. I think it's too close. Let's bend this one over. Like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. You just install the coils. You need 8 screws to install 2 coils. Arbitrarily clip the leads at about 6 millimeters. Install them, make them look all pretty. Ruin them. Bend them way over the deck. Because they're going to run into the top cap if you don't. You better put the full top cap on there because they're going to run into the top cap if you don't. Maybe I could raise them up a little bit. Didn't need to be that severe. Hey. Ah, that might actually make this vape better. This might actually make the Goon LP vape better. All right, let's check this resistance. Woo! Whoa! 0.08, that's okay. Do we need a mech to fire this on? No, it's glowing. We'll get the resistance up. Just a matter of time. Glowings. Great. Just let that chill for a sec. I'm going to check the tolerance again. Oh, nope. Yeah, they need to go down. Shit. Yeah. Those need to go down. There's no way. Those are shorting out on the top cap for sure. I hate that. And then your coils end up like below your airflow, and the flavor was so bad. Still reading a 0.08. That's fine. Whoa, Goon LP. Whoa. I was expecting this to be harder to build. Okay. That might actually be pretty okay. I don't know if you can see it, but the coil's kind of right there at the airflow. I'm going to recheck this resistance. Cool this down a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Steve. I kind of feel the same way. 0.08 isn't as scary as it used to be. I remember building 0.08s accidentally, and like, you know, the first recoils, or like even like the infinite CLT. I remember running a really low build in that. It would get so hot. Might get so hot. Yeah, I think it's going to work. I think this is going to work. It's not touching the top cap. And it's kind of right in front. No, that's not going to work. Coil's kind of right there. You can see it. Let's spin this around. Yeah. You see the coil in there? You see it? It's kind of right there. And it's not touching the top cap. It's kind of just right there. Maybe all this time I just thought this was a shitty RDA because of the coil placement. Maybe coil placement was everything that was wrong. Maybe. Maybe, but I doubt it. Oh man, I'm excited for this. Goon LP. It's been literally years and years and years and years since I've even thought about the Goon LP. I didn't know where it was. It was in some box that you just saw in my office, in a closet down at the bottom, just biding its time, you know? Just waiting. Someday the Goon LP will be back on the vlog. Well, that day is today, Mr. 528 Custom Vapes. His phrasing here, this might be too late for phrasing. No one tell him how much cotton I've wasted. No one tell him. Or I'm going to get an earful on Tuesday. A British earful. Okay, yeah. I'll admit it. That's kind of a bit of cotton wastage. I'm going to trim this kind of, right to the edge of the deck. Is that excessive cotton wastage? Is that excessive cotton? I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like it is. Yeah, back in the days when RDX had no post to lock them, so you could, here's the thing, Shane, there's an easy way. There's an easy way. I want to just say this. Here, I'll use the recoil as an example. I'll use the Turk as an example. The Turk has no locking tabs, no nubbins, no nothing. It's just O-rings. And so sometimes, if you get this on here, it kind of just spins. Okay, I can release it there. But yes, I know what you're talking about. Things get greasy in there, and sometimes the top caps would just spin. All that anybody ever had to do to get the top cap off in the easiest way possible, I tried to tell people about this, is you just... Hang on, there's caramel coming out. Sorry, caramel coming out of here. Vape this down a little bit, Now, I could wick 4 Boros with all that cotton. All you ever have to do if you have an RDA with no tabs is just push a little bit. So grab it and don't just unscrew it. But if you grab it and push it to one side or the other, it makes everything easier. It makes life easier. Recoil was the same way. See, even this is spinning right here. If I push it to the side and give it a twist... Now, comes right off. Push it. Just not crazy to hurt your 510. Just give it a little push. It'll screw off every single time. It'll screw off every single time. And that's one of the things that, for a while, I had a gripe about tabs on RDAs. Notches and tabs on RDAs, for some reason, upset me. I thought there's a easier way to do it than that. And also because sometimes with notches and tabs, you didn't get to place your airflow like exactly where you wanted it. What time is it? 7? Great. This is when the old vlog used to end. And we have to do vape mail and a liquid tasting. Well, we don't have to. We can just end this right now. Of course, I'm joking. I would never do that. Oh, this is a jank wick. This is a janky wick. Oh, okay. Well, it actually looks a lot better on that camera. Great. I mean, this is a good wick. I did a good wicking. What I meant to say was this is flawless. Not I did a bad job. Huh? Let's go, Goon LP. If this vape's good, it is 1,000% due to the drip theory coils on the inside. Shout out drip theory. If you're not vaping drip theory coils, have you even truly vaped? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, let's just pick a liquid. Pick something good that I know I like. How about some of this? Aliens are outside. Aliens are outside. Aliens are outside. Got to represent. Got to represent my new crew, FDH. Got to represent the new squad, FDH. Let's see how the blowing action was on this. Bad. Bleh. Oh, that's actually pretty okay blowing action. Needed to get onto those wicks. This is a good juice. I know what it's supposed to taste like. Strawberry banana. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. See, how do I get into the menu? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, yeah, I accept that. Still a 0.08. Ah, 0.12. Okay, there we go. We're up to a 0.12 now. Oh, I saw some vapors happening. You're not going to see much at this wattage. Vapors. Strawberry banana. Can't recommend it enough. Yeah, they built, I don't know what their idea was behind this RDA. Sometimes, a lot of the vape gear from this time frame, from this era, feels like it was real rushed out. Feels like it was like, oh, yeah, sure, that's an idea. Like I said before, this was during the time when you could throw anything at the wall and it would sell at least okay, Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to position this airflow because I'm going to close it off a little bit. Nothing shorten. Nothing shorten. All right, it's still vaping. Oh, see if we can do it with this. Push. Oh, nope. Well, this is another reason why the Goon LP sucks. Push. Hey, there it is. See that? See how magical that was? Now, let's, I guess we'll just put it on the drag. Since it's just sitting right here in front of me, all pink and naked. Liquid everywhere. Liquid on the outside, liquid on the inside, liquid on the coils, liquid on the thing, liquid on the drip tip, liquid on the O-rings. Yeah, buddy. Oh, these batteries are dead. Super dead. Wow. Hang on. Guess I was vaping that Turk a little bit more than I thought I was. It's okay. Just drag 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just drag. 0.15, 60 watts. Perfect. That feels like perfection to me. So I'm going to turn down this airflow about halfway. And then I'm going to place the airflow right in front of the coil. The O-rings are too slippery. The O-rings are too moist, too slippery, too much. Too much O-rings. They're too loose. The O-rings are really loose. Drip tip. Yeah, sure. Ultem matches everything, right? Ultem matches the brown, matches the ska checkerboard. Ska, 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 ska. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's why the LP sucked. I forgot about the cotton getting in front of your airflow feature from the Goon LP. I'm sure they thought that out. Okay, Goon LP. Okay, here we go. Shane, not yet. I can't yet. I can't yet. You like it loosey-goosey? Hey, that's between you and your creator. You can like it however you want. Well, I hate that that's so good. Yeah, that's upsetting me. That's good. Maybe I'm biased because the flavor's really good and that's what I'm tasting through. Airflow's pretty okay. The deck is just the worst. O-rings on your Goon or Kennedy level good? Yeah, these feel... I don't even want to like hold it by the O-rings because it'll fall. Okay, maybe not. They feel a little bit gushy, a little bit loosey-goosey. A little bit loosey-goosey on this LP. My other Goons, yeah, for sure. What's up, White Buffalo? I see you on Twitch. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm about to eat my words. Maybe it's not the worst RDA on earth. Because it's actually pretty okay right now. This flavor is good. This flavor's good. Look, I have to be honest. I'm nothing if I'm not honest. Pair an Addy with a mod from the same year for Retro Vape. Go back to the earliest you can muster. Yeah, you don't want to see the earliest I can muster. The earliest I can muster would be like a Joytech 510 bridged atomizer on top of an 18350 screwdriver mod. You know, that's what we were vaping back in the day. I'll never forget my first experience with the screwdriver. It is seared into my brain. Seared into my brain. Good coils. Good coils go a long way. It's immediately scorching hot. Immediately scorching hot. That was like 4 toots at 60 watts. Immediately scorching hot. Immediately scorching hot. Several people called that it would be hot. It's hot! Put a Joytech 510 on a Diocodes. Silver Bullet. See, even Tom, even the Silver Bullet, to me, at least in my time frame of vaping, the Silver Bullet seems kind of new. You know, the Silver Bullet was like my go-to, constantly getting used, constantly getting vaped. I had 3 of them. I loved them all. I had the green one. I would get the kicked Silver Bullet where you can put a kick in it and adjust the wattage on it. Dude, Silver Bullet Horatio. Yes! Where's my Silver Bullet people at? The Silver Bullet with a cardo tank was like, I thought legitimately like that's going to be my last vape I ever need. It's perfect. It's perfection. Longer drip tip, that's a good call out. That's a good call out, Steve. Did you say shorter drip tip? Maybe something like this. It's taller. Taller tip. Taller tip on there. Still kind of matchy with the brown ska. The RDA itself, though, if I get my lips anywhere other than that tip, it's hot. It is scorching hot. Jerry, I love that. The Goon LP vape's good because it was never bad. Sorry, bro. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. There's a high chance of that. Fuhattan was your first vape? I taste VV with a clearomizer. Pro-Vari cardo tank area. Yes. Yes. No drip tip. Just tailpipe it. Just burn your lips. Kiss the dragon. We've all been there. We've all kissed the dragon. You know, we've all kissed the dragon. IPv3. I used to like those IPVs. Well, I take back a lot of the things I said about the Goon LP being the worst RDA of all time. But here's the thing with the Goon LP. It's vaping good right now. It's vaping good. The Goon LP was almost the same height as the recoil. LP means low pro, and I have smaller low pro Addies now than this low pro, and they're easier to build. And the O-rings are better. And this just feels like a little bit outdated of an RDA. That's really all. The vape from it is honestly as good as anything on my desk right now.
flavor for days. Strawberry banana is delicious right now. It gets hot. I think it's a pain to build. I don't have the other deck, so maybe that deck's much easier. But then if that's the point, then I'll just vape a goon. Like if I'm gonna buy a goon LP and then buy a different deck so that it's more like the original goon, I may just vape the original goon. RTA users don't kiss the dragon. That's true. RTA users are safe from any dragon kissing. These are true facts. Hot. Like, I like the Monarchy P22. I like the Monarchy P22. I get some little whistling from it here and there, but for the most part, I'm able to make it go away. No melt in the drip tip. Turn it up to 200 watts and experience Satan's fart. All right. Of course I'm not going to do that. What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy? Okay. It vapes objectively good. Those guys, it's probably the Drip Theory coils, right? And the liquid. The airflow's not great. It's rough. It's turbulent. It's sharp. It's not smooth in any way. But it's still vaping as good as anything on my desk, and there's something to say about that. I hate that deck. That OG Goon LP deck is the worst. It is straight up dildos. So, with that said, that's the end of retro vaping. I need to pee again, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to go bio break real quick. We'll come back, open some mail. Grrr. I wish I could talk to my dogs. That's all I've been thinking about. I wish I could talk to my dogs, make sure they're comfortable, make sure the temperature's okay, see if they need to pee, you know. Wish I could talk to my dogs. Thank you, Drip Theory. Thank you, Drip Theory. I think it's just thank you, Drip Theory, for making that such a good vape. Thank you, Drip Theory, and thank you, the aliens are outside. You never know. You know, Kitchen Guy might steal the Goon LP. It might be around next week. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. But the great thing is we have a whole box of time capsule vape toppers. Yeah, we got a lot to vape. We got a lot going on. We got a lot to vape. But let me real quick check in with the super chats. Too long. We're running too long. Hey, there's a few more super chats. Really appreciate that, you guys. There's never any obligation, but I do really appreciate it. Mendelson Trash talks trash. I live in the UK and the illicit vapes are very low. Also, Martin, do you want me to provide you with the data? This is UK government data he linked to. This is UK government data he linked to. I'll throw it in the chat literally right now. Yep. Here it is.
This is from Parliament, so take that for what it's worth. But that's all the data we have. It's like we only know how many vapors there are in the US because of CDC. So we just accept CDC data for how many there are. This is from the UK Parliament, January 16th, 2024, Westminster Hall, the subject of illegal vapes. This is looks like a transcript of everybody who spoke at this particular hearing. That's the data. That's the data, dude. That's the data. I'm not saying it's exactly 60%. The illicit vapes are very low. If our stop smoking services and even midwives recommend vapes to pregnant women, but some want to still tell us it's bad. Yeah, the UK, yes. Yes, there's lots of literature and science and data out of the UK talking about pregnant women should vape instead of smoke cigarettes. And they have a stop to swap where you can swap your cigarettes for an e-cigarette. It doesn't mean there's not an illicit market. The UK also did ban disposables. So there's immediately going to be an illicit market for disposables in the UK. Immediately. When you ban something, you don't reduce the demand for it. You just remove the safe supply. So I don't know that Colin's talking trash. He's just using UK data. I'll show you that you want the US data too, the Australia data too. It's all there. It's all there. See, I'm a big fan of data. The more, the better. The more surveys, the better. The more science, the better. The more data, the better. I don't go off of, oh, I saw a disposable on the ground the other day, so that must mean that everybody's littering disposables everywhere. Or, oh, I saw an underage youth using a disposable, so that must mean that all the underage youth are using disposables. I don't make assumptions. You can't make assumptions. You have to rely on data. You have to, man. You have to. Chef Seamus figured it out. Nick Guy the Science Man. What did Chef Seamus figure out? Nick Guy the Science Man. Seamus. NGTSM is Nick Guy the Science Man. Seamus. I owe you. I owe you, Chef. Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef. Nick Guy the Science Man. NGTSM. Or NGTSM. I guess I thought Nick Guy the Science Man was too much to write out. Oh well, hey, lazy Nick happens too. Duchess. Forget YouTube. You need to freaking promoting Grimm, Nanny State. What? Asshole. Love you, Nick. Insert profanity. They censored me. Yeah. I should be promoting Grimm? You need to freaking promote Grimm, Nanny State assholes. Love you. Insert profanity here. Listen, I'm going to use this opportunity because Duchess is a patron. I have a Patreon. It's cool. It's chill. There's no obligation. All my stuff's still free, but if you want to join up on the Patreon, we do hangs every Thursday after the vlog. I've been trying to institute hangs every Tuesday after the build stream as well. You get access to a super secret Instagram account where we just do streamings and giveaways. You get access to a super secret paid Discord that rules. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. Don't you want to hang out with Breeze Tones, Burnt Reynolds, Burnt Reynolds, Dickie Mo, frickin' Duchess, Hungry Hippo, Georgia Boy, Frames, Kaz, Lunchbox. Look at this crew. Metal Morrissey, The Sea Moose, Steve O, Mother Truckin' Mallory, Mother Truckin' Fishy, Mother Truckin' QHB, Poon Sauce, Flippin' the Bird. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, oh yeah. It's real good. So, hey, no obligation there, but if you feel like hanging out, and if you're like, I've been meaning to join a Patreon recently, and I've been considered, hey, consider the GrimmGreen Patreon. We just gave away a bunch of hexomes, actually. They're all gone now, but I had 6 of these to give away, and they're all gone. They're all gone, unfortunately. But hey, join up. Join us on Patreon. It's some damn hell-ass good times. Thank you, Duchess, for reminding me. You're such an ambassador for our Patreon. Appreciate you, Duchess. Six Pack Kid says, Grimm, you need to try the Andromeda RDA by Vaping Chronology. Slammed RDA, and it's a flavor banger for sure. Top it off with Twisted Timmy's V3 2.5mm coils. Thank me later. I've never heard of this. Andromeda RDA? The Andromeda RDA. When? 6 years ago? This came out 6 years ago. All right. I'm going to make it my mission right now, Six Pack Kid. I'm going to track down an Andromeda RDA. I'm going to vape it. Yeah, thank you. I will thank you later. Plus, I'm stocked to the teeth with Twisted Timmy's coils. I think every rebuildable thing on my desk has... Why am I yawning? I must need more alcohol. Probably has Twisted Timmy's coils in it. This has Duchess. This has coils or drip theory there. New Wave Dave. The Screwdriver version 2, I believe, was my first GrimmGreen video way back then. You know what's funny about the Screwdriver is the Screwdriver was the first drama that I remember in the vape scene, in the vape space. There were these dudes who ran a shop and had a forum called Vapor Talk, and they hated any mods. They were convinced that mods were not the future of vaping. They were all making fun of it. They did videos where they're just making fun of the Screwdriver, making fun of anything that has a slightly bigger battery. All they vaped were like pen style batteries, That was the first drama. It was like Screwdriver people versus the non-Screwdriver people. Where are the non-Screwdriver people right now? I don't know because we won. The Screwdriver people won. New Wave, you've been with me for a long time, New Wave Dave. I appreciate that, my dude. Words in the Water. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Well, listen up, Big Papa. Love me. I'm just kidding, Big Papa. Words in the Water. I'll call you Big Papa. What do you mean no news? We already did the news. We're about to get into some mother trucking little bit of mail that I have. $7:13. There was a time when the vlog was over already for 15 minutes. Does anybody remember the day when there was a stream called That's What She Said and it started right at 7, so I had to be like done at 7? Well, guess who won? GrimmGreen, still here, 7:15. All right, let's open these packages. This is a gigantic package from Uwell. I've got one giant package from Uwell, and I've got one package from Face Meat. Well, here's the thing. The Screwdriver people probably ended up with pods, too. Remember to always cut towards yourself, vital organs, right towards your chest, if you can. Feature. What? All right. I figured this would be something to review, but it is a levitating display. It is a anti-gravity. You never know what you're going to get from China. You just never know. I thought for sure this would be loaded with vape stuff. I was expecting the Caliburn G3 Lite Plus or something like that. But no, it is an electromagnetic floating orb. Levitating. 3D printed electromagnetic levitation display rack. Display rack. Well... do I have a plug I can plug this into here? Nope. It's Uwell branded. Of course it's Uwell branded. I don't have a plug to plug this into. is this, the world's strongest plastic? UL. It looks like a little UL UFO. Okay. And there should be something to hover, right? Yeah, I got a little stand. Okay. Ha! It's very magnetic, I see. Oh, this is one of those. You're going to have to. Oh, shit. Let's plug this in. Let's see if I don't have a plug. That's the problem. I have no plugs. This office has 2 sockets in it, and they're all being used. That sucks. All right, hang on. It might be time for a field trip. It might be time for a field trip. It might be time for a field trip, except you won't be able to hear me. Actually kind of dope. Okay, that's actually kind of dope. 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 Could you see it? Could you see it? Could you see it levitating there? That was actually some pretty good levitation. My wife, many years ago, bought like a levitating, spinning light up moon thing that never stays levitated. It spins for like 2 to 3 minutes and then immediately whoop, like magnetizes to the side, and it can never stay centered. That felt like it stayed perfectly centered. Wow. Magnetic floating levitation technology has really come a long way. Has really come a long way. Yeah, that's for bathroom guy. That's for bathroom guy. He gets to look at that and enjoy it, I guess. All right, you well. Hey. Cool, man. Thanks. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I can't think of where I could possibly put that. Can't think of... Beecher! Beecher!
Let's yell into the mic a little bit more. Okay, sorry, Beecher.
Oh, Beecher, ears too hurty? Are your ears too hurty, Beecher? Oh, did your ears too hurty? Oh, no. I'm sorry, I'll turn it down. If your ears are too hurty, I'll turn it down. Can't you tell I'm mad at you? Just kidding, I'm not mad at you, Beecher. I never would be. Face Meat. This is the package from Face Meat. Don't know what's in here, obviously. But I guarantee you it's not a floating globe. It's not a floating magnet. There was no moon in the box. It's like a platform that spins whatever you want to put on it. I should see if like a liquid bottle will sit on it. Yeah, that smells good. That's what I want my house to smell like. That's what I want my house to smell like. Okay, A. And 2. Cheese your guava jelly. 12 milligram. 12 milligram. Love this. Love this liquid. It's I have a place for this to go literally right now. I have an RTA with this liquid in it. Cheese your guava jelly. This is I don't know. It's like a slightly different guava than the other guava that I vape. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. That's a damn good liquid. Face meat, that's a damn good liquid. Yeah, I was thinking a mod or a bottle of liquid or, I don't know, something neat. And black metal licorice. Oh, okay. I see. It says, for rectal use only. Black metal licorice, 12 milligram, 50/50. So you're telling me this is a black licorice? A black metal licorice? I feel like I should knuckle this at least. At least to knuckle this. Because there's black licorice. Whoa! Whoa! Do you vape this, Phase Meat? Do you vape this? That is yowza. Yowza. I feel like this came from Sweden. I feel like this is a Swedish e-liquid. But there's also, what? Blackjack? Just the Barat Blackjack? I don't know what this is. Should I eat one? There's also licorice toffee, Walker's licorice toffees, and Zots, watermelon Zots. I've had Zots. You don't think I've had Zots, but I've had Zots. Watermelon Zots. Black, those are out of place. Those are out of place. These should be guava. Face Meat, if you want the whole theme to work. Face Meat, thank you, dude. I am never going to say no to candy, and I'm never going to say no to cheese your guava jelly. And I'm really interested in this black metal licorice because I'm a black licorice person. Can I see a show of hands in the chat for anybody who's a black licorice person? Because I am one. I like it. I eat it. I vape it. I drink it. Anything with black licorice, I'm all about. Anise, yeah, aniseed. Black licorice. Blackjack is licorice gum. That is true. That is true. I have a story about black licorice, blackjack, black licorice gum. Is this the gum? No. Or is this a candy? It just says a flavor chew. So I'm assuming that's not gum, but blackjack gum is a black licorice flavored gum. And my brother and I were, I don't know, probably 10 and 7 respectively, maybe 7 and 11 respectively. He's younger than me, 3 years younger than me, around that age range. I think I was 10 or 11 and he was 3 years younger than me at the time. And we were on a road trip from Lake Tahoe to San Francisco. And the road from Lake Tahoe to San Francisco is a little bit windy of a mountain pass. I had just got a brand new pair of Vans. My mom had bought me a brand new pair of black and white checkered Vans, and I'm sitting in the car looking at my Vans thinking, I'm never going to be cooler than this. This is the coolest I've ever felt. Sitting in my car looking at my checkered Vans, just thinking, this is cool. And my mom was like, have you guys ever tried blackjack gum? So I said, no. And she gave us pieces of blackjack gum. And so I'm chewing blackjack gum and I'm sitting in the back of the car and I'm like, this gum is great. We're going on a trip to San Francisco. I got new Vans. I'm feeling like $1 million. My brother does not like blackjack gum. My brother doesn't like black licorice. My brother is turning white on these mountain roads chewing blackjack gum. And before I can even notice that this is happening, he turns and vomits all over my shoes. All over my shoes. So the moral of the story is, if you don't like licorice, don't chew blackjack gum on a mountain windy road and then throw up on your brother's brand new Vans. So I can never think of blackjack gum without thinking of my Vans that got ruined by my brother's barf. Because of blackjack gum. Good and Plenty, same way. Dude, I love Good and Plenty's. Black licorice, anything. Yeah, throw it up all over my shoes. Not in like a throw it up cool Tupac way, in a throw it up my brother's lunch all over my checkered brand new Vans shoes. We still talk about this to this very day. Blackjack gum. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. All right, guys. Well, it's time to move on from the last of the Mailll to shirts off in the pit. 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 All right, everybody, we're going to start winding this down. It's a good time. I think we're going to have good timing this week. Let's real quickly address the poll in the chat. The poll in the chat is a question from Ern. You might recognize him from the chat. Ern. Do you wet your toothbrush before applying the paste? 80% of you, 79% of you said yes. 21% of you said no. The 21% of you are correct. That is the correct answer to that question, but it's a little bit more complicated than that because I don't wet my toothbrush at all. Don't wet your toothbrush at all. Binksy, I'm saying hi to your pupper RJ, 100%. Come here. Oh God, I want to pet him. Give RJ like lots of loves. Just the most. Just the loves all over her face. Do that and make that noise. So here's the thing. If you wet your toothbrush first and then you put toothpaste on it, toothpaste falls off. Right? That's just basic physics. Dry toothbrush, toothpaste doesn't fall off. Don't wet it afterwards. Don't wet your toothpaste. Don't wet your toothbrush. Toothpastes are designed to be very slightly abrasive. And when you wet it, you're ruining that abrasiveness and you're not getting the full effect of the toothpaste. You might as well just be brushing with a brush in there. If you put toothpaste on your brush, don't wet it before, don't wet it after, and just go after your teeth, then you're getting the full benefits of the toothpaste. There's science on this. This is empirical, This is empirical. Don't wet your toothbrush ever, and don't wet your toothpaste ever. You just go paste, brush, mouth, because the toothpaste has actually a chance to be toothpaste. When you go to the dentist, then they give you the little toothbrush in your mouth, and it's that really nice like spearmint wintergreen flavor. There's no water. They don't wet the brush first. They don't wet the paste first. They go straight from the paste right into your mouth. Right into your mouth. And you get the best clean that way because the toothpaste has a chance to do what the toothpaste is supposed to do other than taste minty. It's very slightly abrasive and it's supposed to be used dry. 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 Think about it. Dry. The next time you try it, dry. Go dry. Go dry. Don't use water. Just go dry. Every single time. I tell you, you're gonna notice a difference. You're gonna notice a difference. Your grandpa said never go in dry. That's good advice. That's good advice. Unless it's toothpaste and then you go in dry. Chase! Or Chase. Someone give Chase the Heimlich. So just raw dog it. Just the next time. You just have to do it once. Just take your toothbrush out. Don't wet it. Put toothpaste on it. Don't wet it. And go to town and see what a different experience it is. See what a different experience it is. When I brush my teeth this way, I can just brush my teeth and I don't have like froth coming out of my mouth and it's not just dripping into the sink. It's self-contained. It's not all frothy and foamy. It's just paste on your teeth. I'm just saying. Hashtag go in dry. Hashtag go in dry. Now, before we get to the liquid tasting, I want to sing happy birthday. I apologize. We got to sing happy birthday before we get to a random liquid tasting. Where's my baton? I don't know why I'm doing that. I see composers do that. You know, like pulls up your sleeves so you got time to conduct. Dun, dun, dun. We're singing happy birthday to Trevi Woods, a.k.a. MF Woods. MF Woods and Linda. Yeah, Linda. Linda and Trevi, a.k.a. MF Woods. If anybody else has any birthday requests or birthdays that are coming up, just let me know. Literally right now. Yeah, you can keep your lips together. You can just brush and it doesn't froth out of your mouth. I'm telling you. Water just dilutes the whole thing. It just dilutes all of the magic that the paste does. You ruin it when you run it underwater. I'm telling you. Just go in dry. Poo particles. No, why would there be poo particles near your toothbrush? Please tell me that you keep your toothbrush really far away from your toilet. As far away from your toilet as you can. Please tell me you keep your toothbrush. I remember there was one time, quick childhood story. I got in some of the worst trouble I've ever got into in my life for eating a cookie in the bathroom. My dad thought this was like a hell-worthy trespass, and I was like 8 years old, and I was eating a cookie, and I just went into the bathroom, peed, and then continued eating the cookie, and it was like, it was infected as patient zero in some sort of horrible virus or something. My dad put the fear of God into me about never eating in the bathroom because there's, germs, and he did the same poo particles floating in the air. And I thought, there's poo particles floating in the air in the toilet? Why would you ever go in there? There's poo everywhere on everything. I know. I learned that recently as well. Flush with lid with the toilet down. Yeah, flush the toilet with the lid down. Always flush the toilet with the lid down. And what kills me, Horatio, is in my bathroom, my towel that I used to dry my body and face and areas hangs on a hook right above the toilet. So I know that I'm not flushing with the toilet lid closed every time. And every time I do it, I look at my towel and I go, well, I guess I'm just going to dry myself off with fucking germs now. Pee and poo particles everywhere. The point is, don't wet your toothbrush. That's the whole point of this. I eat in the bathroom too. I Voop. I'll have a meal in the bathroom, dude. I'll prepare a watermelon in the bathroom. I don't even care. I'll eat it in there. Bathroom's fine. Anyway, happy birthday, you guys. We got 2. We only got 2 tonight. So happy birthday to the 2 birthday people. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to them. Happy birthday, Trevi Woods, a.k.a. MF Woods, and Linda. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room, skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room, skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the mother truckin' woods room. Happy birthday, you guys. Happy freaking birthday. I hope all the birthday people had a great birthday, especially Trevi Woods and Linda. I don't know that I've ever met Linda, but she may be part of my family. I'm not sure. Linda. Happy birthday, Linda. Happy birthday. 100%. Greetings to Australia, the Ohms men's finest. The Ohms men's finest. How are you doing? How's life in Australia? I know, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I know, it's dildos. I know that it's dildos and you don't need to tell me. At least as far as vaping goes, you know, I don't keep up on any other. The only politics I keep up on are U.S. politics and worldwide vape politics. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on in Australia, really. Low growl, the birthday song? I haven't done low growls in a long time, and I'd have to put the mic up like this. I can't even do my old death metal vocals.
Happy birthday!
I can't do them anymore. I'm so out of practice. So out of practice. Holy cow. I haven't done that in decades. I haven't done that in a long time. I need to practice. I think I could get my chops back up again and I can do some death metal vocals. I can't compete with, like, you know, the modern death metal bands. You know, they have crazy vocals. Back in my day, death metal was easy. You just had to go. Like, you listen to Butchered at Birth or Tomb of the Mutilated. Chris Barnes, when he was singer of Cannibal Corpse, that was like his vocal style. He had no range. He had no, like, gutturals and then squeals and then, like, this whole range of vocals. He just growled like literal growling.
Maggots! The maggots are falling like rain. Maggots!
Maggots.
Maggots. The maggots are falling like rain.
I love Guar. I miss Odorous. Okay, guys. I don't even know what we were doing. I think we're going to end this with a very random liquid tasting. We've already had shirts off in the pit. We already discussed that. So let's create a poll in the chat so we can vote on the random liquid tastings. First one up. Whoops. I spelled that wrong. Next one up. Next one up. And there's 4 tonight. Can you believe it? Okay, everybody. Okay, let's calm down. Let's just calm down. We're doing a very random liquid tasting. I'm going to put a poll in the chat literally right now that I want everybody to vote on. Let me get some voting music going here. Please vote, because the first one up, Unreal. This is Pineapple Passion Fruit. Unreal's Pineapple Passion Fruit. We got some stuff from Unreal a while ago and we're slowly getting through it. Jord has still never been tasted. I just want to remind everybody of that. Jord's coming back tonight. We have a Stevie's Collective. Stevie's Collective Chaos, which is a strawberry custard cookie. Custard. And we have Slonks from Vape Zoo out of Indonesia. This is Slonks Poppy. Slonks Poppies. You know what? Any of these would be fine. Any of these would be fine. Please vote. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote. Funker! Man, I haven't done metal vocals in a really, really long time. Really, really long time. I'm gonna practice though. That inspired me to practice my metal vocals. I've heard good things, Gaddafi. I've heard good things about this chaos. Chaos, we got 2 strawberries, we got a passion fruit, pineapple, and slonks. I don't know exactly what slonks poppies taste like, but it's there. In fact, while you guys are voting, I'm gonna real quickly re-wick this recoil RDA. I don't know what it is. I've been on a little bit of a Death Wish mods kick recently, so I got out the Cathyla. I got a Cathyla out. Big 21700 single battery. This is one of my favorite Death Wishes because I love this big button that you just lean into with your thumb. Just crank it, and it's a hard-hitting mech. So I got a recoil on top, and we're going to, I'm going to throw some wicks in here while you guys vape. While you guys vote. Not vape, but vote. I mean, you can vape if you want to. I don't have any rules here. You can vape wherever you want. Slonks poppies? I don't even know what to make of that, you know? Does it taste like poppies? Shout out to all my Steves in the DIY community. So many Steves. So many Steves. Oh, it's Slank? S, are you telling me that this is Slank, not Slonk? Really? Okay, I can see that. Slank? Okay, Slank. I'm sorry if the chat says Slonk. I thought it said Slonk, man. I'm just gonna wick up this OG original recipe recoil. This used to be the liquid tasting juice, you know, the liquid tasting RDA of choice once upon a time. It's gonna taste like pure opium. Just black tar. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote. Funky. It's a celebration. No one's here to stop me from saying that. Ha ha ha, suckers. Have I ever had any adverse effects in my 15 years of vaping? Literally zero. Literally zero. I've had my lungs x-rayed multiple times. I go to a cardiologist regularly. I go to an ear, nose, and throat doctor semi-regularly. In 2022, I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor just because I wanted to. I wanted him to stick a camera down my throat. And so I made an appointment with an ENT. He's a great guy. And he stuck a camera down my throat. And he's asking me questions while there's a camera down my throat. But he's asking me questions, and he said, "You used to be a smoker?" And I say, "Uh-huh." And he gives me this, like, what the fuck? Like, and pulls the camera way out of my gullet. Like, way out. Did you see anything? He's like, "No." He says, "You used to be a smoker?" I said, "Yeah, I smoked for like 15 years. He's like, "If you didn't tell me, I would have never guessed you ever smoked cigarettes." That's what he said to my face, in my eyes. After looking down my throat with a camera, he said, "If you didn't tell me that you used to smoke cigarettes, I could have never guessed that you smoked cigarettes." So I took that as okay, I guess my nose and throat-ular areas are pretty good to go right now. Have my lungs x-rayed multiple times. You know, at the beginning of vaping, I didn't know if it was any better. I just guessed that it was better. You know, in 2009, we didn't have any science. Zero. We had the word of Han Lick, the inventor, who said, "I invented these to help my dad quit smoking cigarettes, and I quit smoking cigarettes, so now they're on the market." All I knew is that I felt better, and just by critical thinking, I assumed that vaping, with its 4-ingredient liquid, was probably a lot better for me than lighting a cigarette on fire and inhaling the acrid burning combustion smoke byproduct, you know? I just assumed it was better. And then we started getting like, okay, it's actually less harmful. Okay, it's actually a lot less harmful. Okay, it's actually crazy less harmful. And it's effective in quitting smoking. And, you know, all the science that came out just reinforced how I was feeling after I started vaping. And, you know, I want to be as safe as possible. I don't want any adverse effects from vaping. So, you know, I do go to the doctor. I do go to have myself checked out frequently, respiratorially, constantly. Yeah, Joe, quit smoking, get cancer from the x-rays. All right, well, we're all wicked up here. We're all wicked up. Who's winning? Slonks! Slonks is winning. Slonks is winning. Second place is Stevie's Collective Chaos. Jord, poor Jord, third place. And then Unreal Pineapple, I'm just going to eliminate you as a precautionary measure. But it looks like we might be going with Slonks. Sorry. Slanks. I'm still going to call it Slonks if that's okay. I'm going to call it Slonks. I'm going to call it Slonks. All right, I'm going to give this... I just caught the delay is really bad on YouTube, and I'm still talking about brushing my teeth, and I glanced over at the video, and it's just me going like this. So that's great. That's a good thing to do. Schmervals! We're almost done. I promise. We're almost done, bud. And then we're gonna roughhouse. We're gonna play for sure. Let's get this out of there. Hi, buddy. Hi. Isn't this the most adorable dog you've ever seen in your life? Can you give me a minute? Give me a sec, bud. I promise. Slonks! Slanks! Slonks! Chuck, I get a strike from brushing my teeth. It's like, oh, that was clearly meant to be pornographic. All right. Slonks is winning. Slonks poppies. Slonks poppies. All right. Well, Mr. Stevie's Collective, you go away to wait for an audience of less discriminating tastes. And Jord, you may never get vaped, Jord. You may never get vaped. It's just a strawberry. That's just described as a strawberry. I've been wanting to vape this for 4 years now. 4 years, Jord hasn't been picked. We've been putting Jord up in the liquid tasting for 4 years. That's banana cakes times infinity. All right, let's have a quick knuckle here. What is even happening in this liquid? I'm gonna have to do some research to see what I'm tasting. I can't tell what I'm tasting. Poppies? I mean, it says poppies, so maybe my brain was just, oh, it's like a poppy seed muffin. But it kind of tastes like a poppy seed muffin a little bit. I don't know if that's deliberate or if that's just my smooth brain putting things together in my head that aren't real. Vapors. Normal view. Normal view. Normal view. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a Slonks and a Cathyla with an OG original recipe recoil on there still. Yes, in case you're wondering. It's the best RDA on the market, just hands down. Smoothest airflow that exists. Smoother than mesh. Don't ask us how we did it. It was magical. All right, slonks. Cheers. Let me have a toot. What the fuck? All right. Hey, let me just sit with this for a second. I'm going to mute my microphone. I promise I'll be right back. Yeah, okay, we're going on 3.5 hours right now. So maybe I won't be able to shorten the vlog. Just let me sit with this for a second. Okay. I think this is good. I think this is good. I can't tell right now. I think it's good. It tastes like it's sweet. It's definitely sweet. It's very sweet, but it kind of, oops, all bathroom guy, grossest vlog ever. Just farts. That's all it would be, just farts. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get sidetracked by the chat yet again. James, we're a shoes inside house. We're a shoes inside house. I wear shoes all day long. From the moment I wake up, shoes. Everywhere. Inside, outside, shoes everywhere. Shoes everywhere. We're inside house. We're shoes inside house. It tastes like sweet wood. It tastes like a sweet wood pie. It tastes like sweet pie crust. And then you made a pie out of plywood. It's like sweet plywood pie. That's how I would describe this. It's got some sort of oaky, cedary wood situation going on. It really tastes like wood. It tastes like sweet wood, but in a pie crust. It's creamy. There is a creamy component to it. There's the sweetness and the creaminess are there, but the flavor, I'm having a really hard time nailing down. It's tricking my brain. The first thing I thought of was wood. Wood. It tastes like sweet. Tom. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. Tastes like sweet wood. Just putting sweet wood in your mouth. It tastes exactly like when you put sweet wood in your mouth. Just a real sweet wood. It tastes like tree. It tastes like sweet tree wood. That's not better. I don't know. This is like the first time in vlog history where I have no idea what I'm tasting. I usually can pin it down to something, or flavors or aromas that I'm getting. It's like sweet bakery wood. It's like brushing your teeth dry. Rich mahogany. It's got an aroma of rich mahogany. Rich mahogany. Pencil, like a sweet, creamy pencil. It's really messing with me. I like it. I'm not going to say that this is a bad liquid. I've just never, Indonesia has a lot of really unique flavors, not just in e-liquid, but across their palette of cuisine, really unique, interesting flavors, lots of stuff I've never tried before. And this kind of is like, yeah, I feel like I would have guessed that this liquid is from Indonesia. It tastes like sweet wooden Indonesia to me. Sweet wooden Indonesia. Eve, oh, that's not what I want to hear. Yeah, like a wooden, no, I picture light wood, not like dark wood, not like rich mahogany, but like light wood, sweet, light wood. Pine plywood with cereal milk spilled on it. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's Indonesian. That's the best way that I can describe this. Go to Jakarta, vape this liquid, and you'll go, oh, okay, I get it. And maybe that is actually like a poppy seed flavor. This isn't the only poppy seed flavor liquid that existed in Indonesia. Literally every booth that I went to at the Jive Expo in Jakarta had a poppy flavor. It's like cereal was, here in the mid 2000s, it was like cereal took over everything. Poppies. They have lots. I have multiple poppy liquids here. This was just the first one I grabbed, and I think I like poppies. Many leather-bound books. Pookie Bear, I see you. It's good. This is good. This is going to be a liquid that that we pass around in the Patreon. I'm going to send this to someone. Someone in the Patreon needs to taste this, and then they're going to send it along and taste it, and then they're going to send it along and taste it, and they're going to send it along and taste it, and tell me it doesn't taste like sweet wood. It's like vaping sweet tree bark. Sweet tree bark. That's my final answer. Slonks. Straight up sweet tree bark. Here, we didn't hydrate tonight, so let's pick a hydration. All that vaping, Squid! That's the wee baby Seamus's dog who passed away, unfortunately, and his name was Squid, and he just drank a lot of liquid. He was the hydrating dog. He drank so much that they just had to tell him. They're like, Squid, stop drinking liquid. Just stop. So we hydrate with Squid, We hydrate with Squid. Oh, Binksy. So many good international liquids. Fluid out of the UK, killing it with good flavors. A lot of Indonesia stuff, really, really good. Once upon a time, I really liked Australian liquids. Some of the best liquids I've ever had in my life have come from Australia. Luscious comes from Australia. Frankentones comes from Australia. Frankenatticus comes from Australia. Good liquids. You think I like it because I like tobacco liquids? I guess it does kind of vape a little tobacco-y. I wasn't kind of going to go there. It does vape like a sweet wooden tobacco. There is a little bit of tobacco to it. It's an interesting liquid. Like I said, this is going to get passed around the Patreon. I can't vape much more of this. It's delicious, but it's not going to be an all-day banger for me. Have a little peach palate cleanser. Can't possibly be an all-day vape for me. But it doesn't mean it's not delicious. So, listen. But now Australia can eat wood. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's just illicit disposables everywhere. I don't know what they were expecting. Prohibition will work this time, despite it never working ever in the history of recorded time. Maybe in 2024. I can't believe that prohibition, that banning something is even an option these days. It's literally like a Stone Age level thinking. Literally Stone Age level thinking. Don't like the thing, ban the thing. What? Hasn't there been a war on drugs going on for like the last 20 years that drugs are winning? Like, it's bonkers to me that anybody thinks prohibition could possibly ever work. Hey Grimm, can you give your thoughts on this? The Caliburn 3 sucks ass. Sure, I guess. Which one's the 3? I don't know what the Caliburn 3 is. What do they have? The Caliburn G3? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, that could suck. I like it. Yeah, let's, we're going to do some hella chats. We're going to do some super chats. We're going to turn off the 7th floor tango. We're going to wind this here stream down. And first things first, over here on the hella chats, New Wave Dave. He says, I'm so high, my high is high. Bring back sativas. Hell yeah, New Wave Dave.
You know that cannabis is the most widely used drug in the whole world? Did you know that?
In the whole world. How did they think that people would believe that? Rawchuck, love you, Nick. Keep it up. Rawchuck, hey, I love you, man. Thank you. I will keep it up. I'll keep it up like Indonesian wood. Appreciate you, pimp. We're going to finish off these super chats. Barbara says, Linda married my dad in 1990? I've never met Linda. How have I never met Linda? Well, I've just never met Linda, Barbara. That's crazy. Members of my family I've never even met. Fishy, the next time you listen to Megadeth, picture Beavis singing it. You'll never be able to get it out of your head. I love Megadeth. You know I love Megadeth. His vocals aren't great. They aren't great. They aren't great.
You take a mortal man.
I just remember there's a clip that is going around the internet that I'm sure everybody's seen it, but it's from like Lollapalooza 1993 or something like this, and it's Lane Staley from from Alice in Chains making fun of Megadeth, and he goes,
"You take a mortal man,"
and it's so I die with laughter every single time because I'm like, yeah, that is how he sounds. I don't care. I love Megadeth anyway.
You take a mortal man and put him in control.
Why did Megadeth never get a singer, like a vocal, like someone who could, like Dave? He just leaves Metallica and goes, I can do vocals now. You can't, Dave Mustaine, unless you clench your teeth together and you go,
take a mortal man.
Appreciate you, Fishy. I'm always down to talk trash on Megadeth. Duchess, Slank X Vape Zoo Poppy's flavor. A sweet caramel muffin with banana cheese, pronounced caramel. Okay, caramel muffin. A sweet caramel muffin with banana cheese. Banana cheese? Maybe the cheese is what I'm actually tasting. Maybe the cheese tastes like wood. Well, shit, man. All right, thank you for that info, Duchess. I am not joking. This is going to get sent around to the Patreon. I'm going to send this to someone. I'm just going to pick someone and send it to Duchess. Duchess, getting it first. You didn't want it? Doesn't matter. You're getting it first. Dry brushing worked. Okay, Barbara, thank you. Barbara Burgess says, okay, my cousin taught me something. Dry brushing worked. It just feels better. It feels like you're cleaning your teeth. It's just good. It's just good. Try dry brushing. Just put toothpaste on your brush. Go in dry. Go in dry. And lastly, Justin, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that emoji. Appreciate that donation. There's never any obligation, but I really very do appreciate it. I mean, you guys do so much for me. It's not even funny. Anytime that you guys watch a video, like a video, leave a comment, that helps me out. That helps out my SEO score, you know? The vape space on YouTube is a rough place to be right now, and anything helps. Anything and everything helps. I really appreciate it, you guys. I really do. Let me, can you recommend a pod that actually vapes clouds? I mean, if you want a lung pod, there's like the Argus E40, the Smock Nord 5 does big lung rips. I can get some pretty okay vape from, you know, just a regular ass pod system. Let me quickly look around the room and make sure I didn't forget anything. Just a Smurfy back here. I think we're good. You guys, we're good. We're done. We're done. Is this a new record? All right. 3 hours and 41 minutes only. Easily done. I'm going to keep this to 3.5 hours. I think that can be a reasonable goal. A reasonable goal. What a great vlog. Good ass times, good ass news, good ass mail, good ass slaughters, good ass Sweetwood, you know? I appreciate you guys. Banana cheese. I can't untaste banana cheese. I think I'm tasting the cheese in that for real. For realsies. Heyo, what's up, Snowho? How you doing? We're just finishing up, you know? We're just finishing up. Lux Max. Yeah, Lux XR Max or the Lux Pro. Good cloud chasey pod. Good cloud chasey pod. Listen, I'm glad you guys had fun. I have fun literally every Thursday. I said this last week, but the most of the GrimmGreen universe revolves around the vlog. Like, this is where all the shit goes down. This is where you want to know about news? I'll tell you about it. You want to see mail? I'll tell you about it. You want to vape stuff? We'll do it. You want to drink beer? We'll do it. You want to vape liquids? We'll do it. This is... My week revolves around Thursdays, and there's always so much anticipation going in, and I start looking forward to it from Mondays on. It's just fun times, and thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being down for the cause. Vaping rules. I don't know how everybody doesn't know this yet. Vaping rules. My favorite part is not smoking cigarettes. My second favorite part is all the liquids. My third favorite part is all the hardware. My fourth favorite part is all the wire art that can be done with this hobby that got us all off of cigarettes. Shit's a miracle. Shit's a miracle, man. So peace out, you guys. Later on, Beecher. I love you, Beecher. Peace out. Have a good night, everybody. Remember that vaping's going to change the world, and flavors are going to help it. And we're going to say goodbye tonight like we always do with every stream. It's Homeboy OC. It's my BFF. It's Homeboy OC. He believes he can fly. We can believe in ourselves for a second. Peace out, you guys. Be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves. Practice radical empathy. And keep being awesome. What's that, Dwayne? What?
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun, 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 dun. I believe I can fly.